No phthalates, parabens, or dyes. When it comes to clean formulas, Olay's hydration. Hi guys, how's it going? Wipe my glasses off. Alrighty. Hello, 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 John. Guys, I added the link if you wanted to join on the panel chat this evening. So just let me know. We have some things we're going to play around with this evening and talk about this evening, and I'm going to show this evening. Where's everyone at? Yay! Link right up above, guys. Oh, that side. Yeah, it's about right there. So, if you guys want to be on panel, come on up. I talked to Mom a little bit ago. She's supposed to be here too. Okay, cool. All right. Where are the dolls? Okay, so let's just say I got a few extra dolls this week. They're a little different than what I normally get. So, gonna try something a little different with the dolls. So, now the dolls that are in my in the thumbnail, those are dolls that we're gonna end up doing at another time. Hey, John.
Hello.
So hey, I looked up the haunted doll or the doll hospital in Utah. But the article that I found, Lucy, hold on. The one that I found didn't show anything about the doll that they tended to that was haunted. It just showed what they did in the dolls that they took care of. So
Okay.
I found some other things I'm just going to share in regards to like haunted dolls and dolls moving, dolls caught moving on camera, things like that.
All right, cool.
But I got a couple little. Here's one.
She's a little bitty thing.
She's a tiny little thing. I mean, literally, she is.
Damn, that is tiny. Hand size.
Yep. And I've got to get this off of her, but her neck is so loose. I got to be careful with it.
Yep. Hold on a second. My camera's going to go off.
I know we start with this one. No, not that one.
I can still hear you.
Oh, okay.
Out here, let's get right into the new day. Let's show our pride for this land we call home. And prepare.
What is that, a Marilyn Monroe doll or something?
Let's get ready to look our best.
I don't know, but watch your eyes.
In more than 1,900 communities, Tractor Supply has everything you need to make this summer memorable.
They're kind of dark
Services that make shopping for it easier.
from my perspective.
Everything for life out here. Right about now.
Do you see how it just kind of changes?
Yeah, they go from light to dark as you move them back and forth. That is weird.
Okay, now I'm hungry. We can all use a pancake.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can pay a little less and enjoy the pride a little more.
Like a Victorian Day doll.
Yeah. And these are all the plastic. But
Right.
they're old is what the thing is. So I got just a few little bitty ones. I do have another one, which he's an all bisque. I can't remember what the name. I want to say it's called Crying William. But his whole body is complete bisque. So let me grab him and show you him.
Okay.
I'm taking that broader dynamic range image and I'm looking at different parts of the spectrum. I mean, you can see that field right around. Yeah, exactly. It's not jet engines. I mean, look, if we make the assumption that it's not the camera phenomenon, that it is something to do with the propulsion system, then it's describing to me.
So this is him.
No, he's kind of creepy looking.
But he's all
Plastic.
ceramic. He's
Ceramic. Okay.
nope, he's all the porcelain, yeah. And then
Wow.
he's got his old tag.
So is that a bun
But
like
he's
donut
got
sack or what?
Yeah.
So he's like a mega bomb baby.
But he's neat. Yeah. Yeah. Gosh dang it, I'm gonna strangle that dog. Yeah.
If you're dealing with something like, let's say, element
Okay.
115 that really exists, if you're dealing
Now
with
I have a set of twin sisters again too.
the halo, what Sam pointed out is absolutely extraordinary. What I'm seeing is this bubble around craft. I'm willing to call
Man, they look like Christmas dolls to me.
I'm looking at something that points to a really, really
Yep.
extraordinary propulsion system.
This one seems skinnier and taller
Artifact.
when she standing. This one doesn't seem to be
If this were
as
just
tall.
camera technology,
But these guys kind of remind me of the sisters, the other ones that I have.
the fact that there's
Well, not all twins are fraternal.
So,
terms, it doesn't look
right.
Sam, tell us
But they're cool looking.
But
see the video analysis that we did today.
this one's a lot heavier. I want to check some. She's just really heavy.
My function
Loki, no.
was our total.
So, those are those. And these are these. Oh, I hear myself. Where's Dawn at?
She's watching. Sitting right
Ah.
here, right in front of me.
I,
Want to know where you at? I told you sitting right here. I told her, doggy here.
good, good, good. And you know what? I so like the old Victorian look. I was at the flea
Right.
market Saturday, and was walking through the flea market. I went to go check my booth to see if I needed to refill or load up or whatever. And walking down this aisle, and I seen this thing hanging up, and I thought, you know what? I really like that. It's Victorian style, and it's a gown. It's a Victorian style gown. And I
Nice.
thought, I love it. I love it. So here I am with
I would like to have. I would like to have one of those like. I don't know what to call it. Would be maybe just a button-down shirt from those days, but they kind of got that boxy square look. I like those shirts. They're just hard to find.
Yep. So here I am. Wanted to show off my little Victorian gown. I thought it was cute.
Nice. It is nice. How much?
So,
You don't mind me asking how much?
$25.
Hell yeah. Well worth it then.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah. But I have a hard time spending that kind of money on stuff, so I'm like, do I want to? So, yeah, apparently I got it.
So was it worth it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Sure.
So I was waiting for my mom so I could show this video or show this oh crap.
Oh crap.
Yeah. Oh crap.
Uh-oh. Now we're singing it.
Holy crapola.
What's that, pepper dog? Get out of there. Want to see a pepper dog nose? Pepper dog nose.
Oh.
Pepper dog nose. Meet.
I know. Mine's not supposed to be on the couch, but
Yeah, where's she at? Oh yeah. Mine's in my lap.
Sitting by her mom that she loves very much.
That's this one. Sitting by her dad.
Okay.
Yep. The other one's right here behind me. That Max.
I see him.
There he is. Whoop, there he goes.
Oh.
He don't like the camera. Now, ZZ here. ZZ here. She don't care. Hello, Loki. He don't care either. Loki. Who is this strange guy? He's like, Mom, who is that?
I know. Those are my babies. I tell you what, they listen very good to me for the most part.
Oh, yeah. Hell, this little girl right here does better than I do. I guarantee you this. So does the other one. They ain't gotta do nothing but be dogs.
Just isn't for everybody. Nothing runs like a deer.
What are you reading?
I am going to do
Whoops.
let's do
Ancient Aliens. New episode Friday, September 17th at 9 on the History Channel.
let's see if I can get this to work.
Really disturbing news out of Vernon Central High School.
What's going on? Your tax machines have gone to...
We urge our staff to pull out whichever app you use to do live streaming video, get them up and running, and point it at us. Now!
The DC-280 cyclotron particle accelerator for the first time.
Let's see.
Meet Robert the Doll, a little boy in a sailor's face full of nicks and scars, and kept under lock and key in a glass case in the
Now
basement.
that's Robert the Doll.
Yeah, he lives in Florida.
Yep.
I've seen him.
Their incredible energy potential can be harnessed.
Yeah, he's a crazy looking doll.
Has been at the forefront of nuclear particle physics research.
He is. What do you
East Martello
think about
Museum in
him
Florida.
blinking?
At first glance, he may look like an ordinary children's doll,
what now?
but Robert is actually the most haunted doll in the world. He has been known to cause accidents, broken bones, job losses, divorces, and a cornucopia of other misfortunes only because people fail to respect him properly. It is said that people use
What do you think about the one where it shows him blinking?
Yeah, it's crazy. The whole story's
That is
crazy with
crazy.
him.
It is. I
You
need
would
to
think-
set my Go ahead, I'm listening.
You would think what that doll's been through, that doll would be a good luck charm, but it ain't.
Exactly. Did you hear that Ozzy Osbourne was supposed to have went and visited that doll and had said something or done something, and he said his life had not been the same since. He has had nothing but bad luck.
Yeah, and now today he don't like dolls because of it.
Bits and pieces. Maybe an entire
Exactly.
And his son Jack messes with him about it.
The reality is, if this technology
Oh yes, all the time.
we can duplicate it.
Yep.
Susie
Funny.
asked Robert for his permission before taking his picture.
So we're going to take a picture of
It is
Robert,
funny.
and if he doesn't like you, he ruins your camera. So let's see what we can do. Robert, we're going to take another picture of you. Is that okay?
According to legend, the doll has supernatural abilities that allow it to move, change its facial expressions, and make giggling sounds. There is video proof of Robert moving his head and even blinking. When Robert was put on exhibit in the museum, cameras and electronic devices malfunctioned in his presence. The museum staff reports that every day, Robert receives several letters from people who suffered misfortune because they had insulted Robert. Now,
Yep.
you may think this is all crazy,
You
made
know
up
what I
problem,
find
but
funny
there is a
about
story
it?
behind all
There's
of
two
this.
spirits there.
The doll originally belonged to Robert Eugene Otto. Robert Eugene Otto's parents always called him Gene, so they
Say that again.
What I find funny about this doll, there should be two spirits in it, the father and the son.
And I think that the extraterrestrials too are
Yes, you would think so.
Which one of it is it, or if it's not both?
Yeah. So let me ask you something. What about
Okay.
the spirit that was in it prior to the sun?
Well, now that could be the bad entity, the one that's causing all the problems.
Yeah.
So there would be a demon and then two human spirits.
And then one
Which would
demon.
make, yeah, which would make it a very powerful doll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'd make it not want to be played with. That's
Gave
for
the doll
damn
his
sure.
first name, Robert. With the arrival of Robert in the house, strange things started happening. Jean's parents often heard him talking to the doll. At first, they assumed that their son was simply answering himself in a changed voice, but later claimed to believe that the doll was actually speaking. Neighbors claimed to have seen Robert moving from window to window when the family was out. The Ottos claimed to hear the doll giggle and swore that they caught glimpses of the doll running about the house. Jean went on to become a prominent artist, and Robert was left alone, locked in the attic of the house, waiting to be discovered by someone else. After Jean's death in 1974, new owners converted the building into a bed and breakfast and claimed to have heard Robert moving around at night. Tenants heard footsteps in the attic room above them. Finally, in 1994, Robert was donated to the East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida, where the employees say that he is still up to his old tricks till date, moving his head when no one's looking and even blinking. Robert is believed to have inspired the infamous killer doll Chucky in the film Child's Play. So do you guys plan on visiting Robert and seeing him in person? If yes, then good for you, cause me personally, I ain't going anywhere near such a thing.
Okay. Would you go near him?
No, I don't want to mess with him. No, there's too many. There's too many real stories about that doll.
That's true.
That'd be like playing with that Dybbuk box that's been sent all over the country and everybody getting sick or dying or whatever over it.
Right. Have you seen those where they sell Dybbuk boxes online?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shit's stupid. Why do you want to play with that doll? Why do you want to play with that box knowing that your health is at risk? And if you don't believe it, just take a look at all the other people.
Let's see. John, if you're anything like me, you're doing it to experimental purposes, investigational purposes.
Yeah, no, you're right on that. But for me, I would want to make sure that it couldn't harm me in any way before I go touching it.
Yeah.
That would be my priority number one.
Hi. Can you
Hello,
hear
Mom.
me? Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
And you don't sound like a mouse on crack.
Awesome. Hey, check my lighting out, guys. Watch. Watch this. I worked last night,
Hold
Lashonna,
on, let me get you.
After I got done talking to you guys, this is what I did. Hold on. There's red, green, purple, white, orange. Hold on, I'll show you guys.
That's a green.
Check that out. This is what I'm telling you.
Nice.
Sweet.
That's kind of what we did to our little thing outside.
That's pretty cool, ain't it, guys?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes, that's what you did to your campy out there?
When you come over, you're going to have to help me do.
Hell yeah. Now my lighting's perfect. I can get it the way I want it. Okay, let's get it off the flash and that'll drive me nuts. Hey,
all right.
You can even
Are
do
we
it to
ready
music.
for number 4?
Yeah, go for it.
That's cool, Mom. You're going to have to come over and help me do my room and lightings. My sunroom.
Yeah, because look, it makes a lot of difference in the lighting. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Mom, you missed number 1 or number 5. This is the top 5 haunted dolls in the world.
Okay.
And Robert the doll was number 5. So now we're working on number 4.
Oh,
Yeah, we're getting to the worst one.
Okay.
In 1972, Terry Bolton returned to his Australian hometown for his grandmother's funeral. During that time, he decided to face childhood fear by visiting an abandoned building that had scared him for many years. He decided to crawl under the floorboards in the building, hoping to find some old antiques for his collectibles.
Okay, so I get a lot of the buffering, but thankfully I'm not having a whole lot of issues with my internet tonight.
Yeah, me neither, thank God. Hold on, camera going off for a second.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to come and get your lighting fixed for you, sis. This is pretty cool.
Well, then the dog wants to know because.
Where'd you get those at?
Off Amazon for like 12, 13 bucks. And it's a remote too.
Is it that flat strip LED?
Yeah. While exploring it with the flashlight, the light hit something sinister. It looked like a face. Mr. Walton thought that it was a corpse and got very afraid. But then he realized that it was just a dog.
What was that, John?
I said we use some of those rope type LED. It's round.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, the round ones. Yeah. This is like just the little strips that you, they got tape on the back of it.
Yeah.
That's what that was. Or this one is. Well, I'm not all pink anyway.
All right.
Now you're not hearing water, guys.
It's okay.
Okay.
After Walton found the doll, the dilapidated house was suddenly pulled down and was demolished after standing for over 100 years. Walton feels as if the doll knew what was going to happen, so he directed his actions to take it out of there. After finding it, he put the doll in the trunk of his car and drove towards home. Terry claims that as he drove along, he could hear something thumping.
What, John?
I said, if that doesn't look like a witch, I don't know what does.
I know exactly. I thought the same thing.
No kidding.
About back in the trunk, as if there was someone in there trying to get out. Even more startling was when he says that he could distinctively hear a voice howl, "Let me out." The next shock came when Walton arrived home, and his normally quiet dog turned savage the moment he saw the doll. Even his own relatives told him that they felt repulsed by the figurine. "The way its eyes are on you all the time," one of them stated. Walton's children played with the doll during the day, but when it was left in their room one night, they woke up screaming when he was forced to store it.
I'm not so sure about Robert the doll, but some of the other ones would probably be cool to.
Doll in the house inside
Annabelle.
And for nearly 5 years, that's where the doll remained until Walton decided to take it to a museum in Sydney. According to experts, the doll was.
What, John?
I heard a whistle. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I thought you guys did it.
Not me.
I think it was in that video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe it was in that video.
Was made about 200 years ago by a Romanian gypsy for his son who had drowned. The gypsies believed in spirit transference, and dolls would act as a new home for the dead. The doll has real human hair, and underneath the scalp is a likeness of a human brain. He was given the name Leda or Leda due to his European gypsy heritage, or because the doll occasionally screams, "Let me out." The history of the doll grew when several psychics provided more information about its background. A doll maker had carved this particular doll in the likeness of his young son,
I
with
see that
exaggerations
around
to the
with
features,
doll. It's evil.
as all marionettes should have. His son had
I got ice cream.
John's hiding out on him. Is that what you got?
Salted caramel.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that stuff.
died by
That's
drowning
really good.
at the age of 6. Dolls were strongly believed to be able to harbor a human soul after death, providing it with a new worldly home. His father, overcome with grief, fashioned a life-size figurine in readiness for the ceremony of soul transference. The doll still contains the soul of the little boy. It is not malicious or dark, but rather just that of a
Yep.
I want to know where that started from.
Well, Robert the doll?
What's that?
Where that thought come from, like having a doll and having the person's soul transfer into that doll. I've probably heard it. I just don't remember, but I'd like to know.
Well, I know way back in the day they were specifically used for vessels to transport,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
like you said, to transfer souls. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that too about when it started and actually who started that.
Right.
You know?
That's what I want to know. Who started it? And what was their sole purpose behind it?
Yeah.
You see,
I'm gonna
when
look
I'm
into that.
thinking
That'll
about
be
storing something, when I think about storing something, you're storing it to preserve it for a future use, right?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
if they were storing this human soul in this vessel, which looked like a doll, was the vessel just there to keep them there eternally, or was it there to keep their soul there so maybe one day they could bring it back? Is that what the thought is?
You know what?
You know what?
Well,
It
that's
could be.
like in Egyptian. You know when they would make the death mask?
Correct.
That's because they would make that death mask in the likeness of the person that had passed on, so that
Sure.
when they went to the afterlife and they was to come back, they can identify their own body.
That's right. That is correct. But that doll's not a likeness
So
of, well, now the doll that's being made here, I guess, would be. But still, though, here's the question. If that's what it was being used for, did they actually get it done?
that's a good question. Did they actually get the purpose of what they saved
Yeah,
the
did they,
soul for?
yeah, they
Yeah.
moved it on into another body or something.
Right? Now, does that look like it could possibly be a 6-year-old boy?
No, that
looks
looks
like
like
an
an
old man.
ancient old hag
Yeah, exactly.
with
Don't
a
look like
Yeah,
an
giant
old.
because
hook nose.
they said that when they did they looked into the doll. Supposedly, the gentleman that had handcrafted it into the likeness of his son, which
Yeah.
had passed away at the age of 6.
Well, then that was one ugly boy. I'm sorry to say.
He is
Yeah,
one
no
ugly
wonder he
boy.
passed away. Well, I don't want to say
Man,
that.
that
That'd be kind of mean,
yeah, that's it.
right?
Oh man, I'm sorry, but holy crap.
He is quite ugly.
All right. So let's get back to the story and see what they got left to say on this. On his name is Letta.
Child was confused and
Letta.
frightened. Learning the age and rarity of the object, Walton thought that it
Letta.
might generate.
Because he likes to
Letta.
say, "Letta me out."
That is so freaking
Yep.
weird. Letta for a boy?
Yep.
Letting me out.
This guy wanted a girl.
You would think.
Well,
Good
somehow in
price.
between he got
And
it
he
messed up.
advertised the doll for sale. When he received
What, John?
I said somehow in between he got it messed up.
It
His
sounds like
accuracy was
it.
off or something.
Well, they say that they call him Letta because you'll hear him whisper, "Letta me out."
Let me out. Okay.
Yeah.
So did they keep you locked
Yeah, go
up?
figure.
Maybe
Right?
letting me out of the doll. Maybe that's what he's meaning.
Let me out of the closet?
I don't know. Who's got bells jingling?
It's TT's collar.
I was going to say, I don't have no
Okay.
belt. Do you?
Okay. I hear
You heard
bells
that?
jingling.
a
it's
generous
TT's
offer,
Yes.
he loaded
collar.
Yeah, I can hear that.
the doll
Okay.
into his vehicle in the rain and set out for the buyer's residence. But upon arriving, he couldn't get out of the car. Walton could not remove the doll from the car. It was glued to the seat. No matter how hard he tried to remove it, he could not do it. Carrie was also told by a psychic that he will never be able to part with the doll ever. Nothing evil has been reported surrounding this doll in recent years. In fact, after finding the doll, Walton's luck changed for the better and his collectibles business began to boom. Still, some quirks surrounded Letta. It will rain whenever he's taken outside, and hanging pictures may fall off the wall when he enters a room. Dogs bark and attempt to attack whenever they're near Letta, and people have said that they feel inexplicably afraid and sad when they see him. Letta is also supposedly capable of moving on his own, changing positions when seated. Letta currently tours around Australia with Walton, sitting on the laps of those who are brave enough to take a picture with the grinning figurine. The doll, till date, remains in Terry Walton's possession. Although still quite spooky, Terry has got...
Hey guys, let me ask you something. If you go somewhere and you see this doll and they're letting you sit with that doll on your lap to get pictures, would you do it?
No.
No, I wouldn't either. I'd probably
No.
stand behind him.
Yeah. He's just too creepy. And I've watched the movie. It's a
You think?
fucked up movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you?
I would hold it.
You know Lashonna Woods, you crazy
yeah.
girl.
Yeah, that was a crazy question.
I mean,
I just
geez.
wanted to see if you guys would.
Hell no.
No, I'm chicken shit.
used to Letta and will never let it go for the fear of the misfortune that has been predicted by many psychics, should he ever do so.
All right, guys, we're breaking it
I'd
down to
punch that
number
dog in his
3.
big old fat nose.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. I literally,
He
this
does
is
got
like,
big nose.
this is so generous.
All right, we're going to break it down. Here we go. Number 3.
In 2003, a man visiting
Sorry, guys.
Uh-huh.
Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah,
a flea market spotted an old man
Oh,
with an antique-looking
you
male
don't try to
doll.
bust me
The
out,
doll's name
was
was
it
Harold.
you?
Intrigued by his appearance, the man insisted on buying Harold. The old man was
Hey, you
very
got one of
reluctant,
those,
but
Lashonna?
eventually sold the doll for $20.
I
As the new
know.
owner of Harold walked away, the old man chased after him, saying he
Hey,
had to
yeah.
explain.
Hold on.
Used to be haunted.
Oh my God, you got a doll. This looks like that. You might have it.
Now, this is Harold the doll. You have seen, if you ever watched Ghost Adventures, he's
Yes.
on Ghost Adventures. When they go
Yeah,
to
well,
the doll island of the dolls,
yeah.
he
Yep.
takes Harold the doll with him.
In fact, now that's right. I do remember him taking a doll with him.
Yep.
That's crazy.
In the
Now
history
that
of the
outfit,
doll
I don't
first,
know
the old man
around
claimed that the doll was given to his own.
What, John?
I said that island. I don't know if I'd go walking on it, but I'd probably float in the water on the boat.
I would go. I'd check it out. I would definitely go to the island of the dolls. Definitely.
No, not me.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it
I'll be
depends.
like John. I'll be in the water.
Depends on how I feel. Well, I mean, I don't know. If I felt more safe on the land, that's where I'd be.
They might be coming out of the water
Yeah.
after you.
Yeah.
Creatures from the blue lagoon, the black
Especially,
lagoon.
Well, they
especially
got
out
the
there,
little
you
girl
don't know
that
what
drowned
to
in the
do.
water.
Yeah.
Yep, and the old man that was found dead next to him, Don Julian or something.
Yeah, Juliano. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I want to
So I
call
don't
him
know.
Don Juan or some shit like that.
Well, it almost fits.
Right.
All right. Now
All right.
what's this
Let's see
next one? A
about
carousel?
Harold the doll still.
Son as a
Oh,
gift,
okay.
and that the boy died shortly afterwards. The man left Harold in his son's room after his death, and then heard singing and laughter coming from the room while no living person was in there. The old man also claimed that he tried burning the doll, but it wouldn't burn. Harold's new owner took the doll anyway, only to start having severe migraines only 2 days later. His cat also died, and he started hearing voices and laughter, just like the old man
Oh my
claimed.
God, look at its
The man started
eyes.
up a website in which he details all the strange things that have happened to him ever since he brought Harold home. Harold is now locked in a suitcase. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Okay, what'd you guys think about Harold the doll?
I don't know.
I thought it was pretty cool. Ugly doll, though. I mean, no
Yeah.
eyeball.
Creepy
Yeah.
ass doll.
Yeah. That's the eyes to the soul.
Okay.
And he didn't have one.
No, he had one dark eye and one
Got
fucking
that
cloudy
right.
eye.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's go to number 2.
It all started in Japan
Oh,
in the
I
year
like this
1918 when a 17-year-old boy, Eikichi Suzuki, bought a traditional Japanese doll for his 2-year-old sister, Okiku. It's said that his sister loved the doll very much, so much that she took it everywhere with her and even slept with it every night. The doll quickly became Okiku's favorite toy, and it would seem even her best friend.
Now she's a
Okiku
pretty
played
doll.
with her doll every day
Yeah.
and soon gave it the same name as herself, Okiku.
Now
the
wait
doll.
until you hear about
The
the
doll
doll.
would never be out of Okiku's sight. It had an okappa hairstyle, common in traditional Japanese dolls. The hair is cropped at around jawline length and has a short fringe over the forehead. Unfortunately, in 1919, tragedy struck. Okiku passed away after a severe fever. She was only 3 years old. The doll was supposed to be buried along with her, but due to some unforeseen circumstance, it was never placed with Okiku in her final resting place. The girl's family kept the doll their daughter loved so much and placed it in a small shrine for remembrance. One day, they noticed something very unusual. The doll,
Oops. Buffer, bitches. Buffer.
Yep.
Break
Yep.
time.
She used that doll for a vessel.
She knew
Yes,
it was
she
going to be a
did.
vessel.
Yep.
Yep. Now I do like
Sharon
this
O'Capa hairstyle now had noticeably longer hair, and this could only be possible if the doll actually started to grow hair. This was taken as a sign that the doll was possessed by the girl's restless spirit, since she could not take her favorite doll with her to the afterlife. In 1938, the family moved out of Hokkaido, but they did not wish to take the doll with them. So they entrusted it to the monks at Manenji Temple and shared with them its creepy secret. Okiku has been residing at the temple ever since, and people often come to see its legendary human hair for themselves.
Look at its hair, how it's grown.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
and they
crazy.
say that it has to be trimmed.
Wow.
Well, no, I don't see this one as being evil.
But they are not allowed to photograph it. It's said that even a scientific examination of Okiku confirmed that the hair was that of a human child. The doll displayed at the temple has hair down to its knees, and it supposedly continues to grow even after periodical trims. Who would be brave enough to give Okiku a haircut? Apparently, a priest of the temple had a dream conveying that this was the doll's wish, and generally, what haunted dolls want, haunted dolls get. Nobody has been able to explain.
That's pretty funny. What they want is what they get.
Yeah.
What haunted dolls want is what haunted dolls get.
That's crazy.
It's a little
why
hard,
the doll's hair keeps growing. Even more ludicrous is the claim that if you get close enough to Okiku and look into its half-open mouth, you can see its growing teeth. Okiku's story has inspired numerous novels, films, and traditional kabuki plays, some of which have added even creepier elements like the doll giggling, wailing, or even moving around.
Huh.
That's crazy.
Now, I think that one would just be a fun one to go look at. No worries.
That would be.
So if you're ever on Japan's Hokkaido Island and want to meet a haunted doll with beady black eyes, head over to Manenji Temple to meet Okiku, the famous haunted doll of Hokkaido.
Haunted. Because she's not haunted.
Okay.
She's not ugly.
Well, no,
She's
not
just
all
creepy because
haunted
she's
dolls
weird.
are ugly.
No, she's just weird because she grows hair.
And sounds like human teeth.
Well, did you hear Did you hear what
Was
they
it-
said though? Was that they found that it was
In 1970.
hold on, that it was human hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you look into
That
the
it
mouth, it
was
looks
a
like
human-
teeth was growing.
So if she's
Growing
growing
teeth, yes.
human hair and teeth, what's next? Is the
Maybe it's
going to
trying
become
to be-
alive?
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. Maybe she's fixing to
Yeah,
trying to come
well-
alive.
Well,
yeah,
look how
that
long
other
she's
one, Letta,
Yeah.
he had inside his head, if you notice in the back when they lifted the wig up, they had said that the inside, his stuffing actually looked like a human brain.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't hear that though. That's pretty cool.
So, looking at the screen now, we all know
Yeah.
who this is going to be about, don't we?
A woman purchased an antique Raggedy Ann doll from a hobby store for her
Annabelle.
daughter Donna, who at the time was
Oh,
a
yeah,
nursing
the
student in
Annabelle.
college and resided in a tiny apartment with her roommate Angie. There, the doll was tossed on the bed and quickly forgotten about. In the beginning, the girls ignored the small signs that something was wrong with the doll. From time to time, Donna would notice that the doll seemed to have changed positions slightly, but didn't seem to care much. As the weeks passed, however, the doll's movements became more troubling, and both Donna and Angie became genuinely alarmed when they returned home to find the ragdoll standing straight and leaning against a chair in the dining room as if it had frozen mid-step when it heard the door open. At times, Donna would leave the doll on the bed, only to find that it
Now,
had
is it a
mysteriously
ragdoll
moved to the
or
living
was
room
it the
and was
other
now
doll?
sitting on the couch with its arms and legs crossed. The girls become
Okay, so Annabelle is actually a Raggedy Ann doll.
That's what I was
An
wondering.
old Raggedy Ann doll. Not the Annabelle doll that you see on the screen now.
Right.
That's just basically a portrayal of the
Yeah.
It's like a remake.
the Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys seen how ridiculously priced these Raggedy Ann dolls are now? Even old ones at flea markets.
Probably because of Annabelle.
I'm not surprised, and plus they're
Yeah.
disappearing.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see very
I
many
found
Raggedy
there
Ann
was
dolls.
there was a pair of them, a Raggedy Ann and a Raggedy Andy, at the flea
Right.
market, and they wanted $50 for them. I'm like, y'all are
Holy
high.
shit.
Whatever y'all are smoking, I'm not
You know
paying
what's
$50
crazy?
for a set. What?
Here's what's crazy. When I was a kid, I had G.I. Joe toys and all that kind of stuff, the Stretch Armstrong and all that, right?
Yeah.
Some of those toys today, like a
Yeah.
Stretch Armstrong or the 6-inch or the foot tall G.I. Joes,
Oh,
they're worth
yeah.
a couple $100 a piece. The Stretch
Yeah.
Armstrong, they're worth like $1,000 a piece.
Hell yeah, they are. They're worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
I wished I'd had a Stretch Armstrong. My
And
boys
what-
had them.
I had almost every one of the G.I. Joe sets.
Yeah, well, I remember us having them.
Damn. Yep.
Yeah.
And just think, John, if you had half the toys that we had when we were growing up, imagine how much they'd be worth.
That's what I'm saying. They'd be my stuff, like the G.I. Joe shit I had.
Uh-huh.
I had probably a couple $1,000s in just what I had.
That's crazy. And nowadays, God, I wish I had them.
You know, and the Hot
Comic
Wheels
books.
back then.
Oh man, I've still got some of the Hot Wheels I've had back in those days though.
Comic
And they're
books.
still in the
We
package.
used to live in Germany. We used to go to door in the barracks, and we'd trade comic books, Archie books. Oh my gosh!
Oh
I
yeah.
wish we had all of them now.
Oh man, yeah, those
They'd be worth money.
worth lots
Yeah.
of money.
Yeah. All right, back with Annabelle.
Back with the Annabelle.
becoming more and more disturbed by these strange turn of events, decided to confide in a maid friend named Lou. Lou claimed that he realized that something about the doll was evil the moment he laid eyes on it, but the girls rejected his claim and said that they didn't believe in that sort of thing. But soon, Annabelle's actions got even weirder. Random, curious notes began to appear around the apartment. Donna and Angie would find strips of parchment paper, upon which words like "help us" or "help Lou" would be scrawled in a conspicuously childlike fashion. But the nightmare didn't end there. One night, Donna returned home to find Annabelle in her bed with blood on her hands. The blood, or some sort of red liquid, seemed to be coming from the doll itself. Donna finally agreed to bring in a medium who could talk to spirits. The medium sat with the doll and told the girls that long before the apartment complex had been built, there had been a field on that property. A 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins had been found dead in that field. Her spirit remained, and when the doll came into the house, the girl latched onto it. She found Donna and Angie to be trustworthy. She just wanted to be safe with them. The girls, being compassionate nurses, were ready to accept Annabelle as their friend, but Lou warned them otherwise. They refused his request, feeling that getting rid of the doll would be the equivalent of abandoning a child. And even though Annabelle was not removed from the house, it seemed apparent that she was not pleased by Lou's interference. All of a sudden, Lou started having bad dreams. Dreams where Annabelle was in his bed, climbing up his leg as he lay frozen, sliding up his chest with his neck, and closing her stubbed hands around his throat, choking him out. He awoke the next morning, certain that it wasn't a dream. Lou was determined to rid himself of that doll and the spirit that possessed it. At this point, Donna decided to seek expert help. She tried to contact a member of the church, but a local priest quickly referred her to the Warrens. Ed and Lorraine Warren were renowned investigators who quickly conducted an investigation and decided that the doll was not attached to the spirit of a little girl at all. According to them, a girl named Annabelle never existed.
That doll is haunted and evil. We had a case made for her so that nobody could touch it. I knew something really bad here was happening.
It's coming after my son because I'm weakest.
The evil needs a body to go into, and if you're vulnerable, it's going to be you.
After completing the interview, inspecting the ragdoll, the Warrens came to a startling conclusion that it was not a ghost that they were dealing with.
The woman had told them, the medium, that there was a spirit of a 6-year-old child in the doll by the name of Annabelle, who had been killed outside of their apartment house in an automobile accident. Well, there was such a child, but God does not allow a child's spirit to go into a doll. This was a devil, a demon, inside the doll, which was impersonating the spirit of a child.
The Warrens went on to insist that following Lou's attack, the demon's next move would be to exit the doll and enter one of them for the purpose of complete human possession, followed almost inevitably by murder. A priest was called into the apartment along with the Warrens, and it was discovered that Annabelle's main goal.
Okay, guys, I do have to stop and say one thing. Okay, first of all, if I came home and the doll was in a different place than where I set her, and she had blood in her lap and blood coming out of her whatever, okay, that would be it for me. I would not hang around with the doll an hour longer. I would have taken her to a Catholic church and dropped her off on the front steps. Simple as that.
Exactly.
Then she wouldn't blame you for that.
I would only go so far. I would only go so far with the haunted doll. Also, I do want to let you guys know that I did add the link into the chat for this video that we're watching now to kind of give them credit. As soon as I am done here, I will get the name of who they are and give them a shout out as well.
Okay.
So let's finish this video.
Goal was to take possession of Donna's soul. The priest eventually exorcised the apartment, and the Warrens took Annabelle away with them. They both agreed that it would be best to drive home on the back roads, worrying that if they drove on the main highways, Annabelle would find a way to cause an accident. Even on the way home, the Warrens claimed that the demon became hateful and angry. They almost got into multiple accidents. The brakes and power steering failed, and the car completely stalled out. It was finally when Ed Warren slashed the door with holy water that things quieted down. Annabelle is still around today, residing in the locked glass case that the Warrens built to keep her from getting free and roaming around their house. There is a warning sign on the case saying, "Do not touch," as well as a cross. Some say that they see Annabelle moving around the case till this day, waiting to get free. Arguably, the most disturbing tale associated with this malicious ragdoll involves a young couple who were touring the museum with Ed as a guide. After Ed had explained the background story of Annabelle, the young man, trying to impress his girlfriend, pounded on the glass case and challenged the doll to rise up and scratch him. According to his girlfriend, just after they left the museum, they were laughing about the silly stories surrounding the doll when the man abruptly took control of his motorcycle and crashed into a tree. While many skeptics would insist that this was nothing more than a sorrowful coincidence, the Warrens were convinced that they had incurred the wrath of Annabelle. But as always, my dear viewers, what do you believe? Do you believe that Annabelle's spirit actually exists? Let me know in the comment section down below.
That's crazy.
All right, so this is from Sleepy Marco. Okay, what was that?
What was that?
Feedback.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah, I
what
got a
that
lot
was.
of feedback.
It could have got worse.
That was crazy. I heard a little of it. Yeah, what was that? I don't know what it was.
Feedback.
Yeah.
She didn't stop.
Yep. Okay, so
Damn thumbs in me.
Can you hear me good? Because I took my headphones off for a minute.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Because my mic's way up there. My camera's way up there.
That's why you're looking up like that.
Yeah, because my camera's up there. I try to put it down here in front of me, but it don't work that well.
I'm using my phone camera.
That's so much easier because heck, you can look right at your phone. It looks like you're looking at us. I look like I'm looking up in the sky.
Yeah, you kind of look like you're reading a teleprompter. Did you guys notice that every one of those last dolls had a human thing to it, like the hair, the teeth, or the bleeding out of the midsection?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, they all kind of had it, didn't they?
Yeah, except for the first one.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, you're back, John. Finally.
Oh, he's in the house too. He's not outside tonight.
He's in the house.
I'm in the house, sitting in my chair. Internet's a lot better in here.
And it's too damn hot right now, man. It's bad outside.
It was actually a nice day here.
Well, come on, quit buffing. Don't you think you cleaned it enough? That's enough of buffing.
I know, right?
That circle likes to be out and seen.
Here we have a young girl showing off her new doll to the camera.
Okay.
I guess the doll wanted to show off. After uploading the
Now
video,
this one here looks like one I've got. And she's in a big white wedding dress, the one that I have.
Right, yeah, exactly.
They'll experience chest pains and feel depressed after watching the videos. So you have to ask Heidi about it.
To be able to confirm for myself and for others that you died as a result of something related to your chest. Is that accurate? Peggy, did you have difficulty breathing towards the end? Peggy, as you're communicating with me, I wanted to ask you again, please.
Is that a spirit box she's got? I can't. It's blurry.
It looks like a phone.
No, I think it's a K2 meter.
I meant a K2 meter. That's what I meant.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. A K2 meter.
Yeah, it is. Look at it now. I see the colors.
Is that Peggy, are you making those noises?
And see, hers does the same as yours, Lashonna, when we talk to your dolls.
They found a doll in the spare bedroom.
Yep.
After playing around with it, they realized that it's been making some strange noises and moving when it had been turned off. They take their cameras to investigate.
Put its face underwater, and we tucked it down the stairs. And we stood, and we like, yeah.
You got one something like that
And
too, Shauna. Shit.
it just ran laughing.
I know.
didn't it? And
With the blue eyes.
Can help with your money goals, like finding a low rate on a downtown lot.
I got pretty scared, so we tucked it down.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and we thought it was on, and we like pressed the button. But then after we was like getting a bit more freaked out about it, I turned it around to see if it was actually on, and it's not even on.
A camera has been set up to record these 3 dolls at nighttime. I guess one of them want to say hi.
Check that doll out.
Oh, I see his arm moving, yeah. Oh, wow.
Clearly, this doll just wanted you to get a closer look at it.
Well, yeah, this is
See, now that one there, I'm not so sure about that last one, only because you can't see the whole thing.
Right. This one right here, I have
You
seen
don't know
this
if
one. That's coming up here with the grandmother and the baby doll here walking.
Yeah.
I think the grandmother got down so well you can't tell it.
Wow, that used
I
to be called
agree.
walking
I
dolls.
agree.
Yeah,
If you watch her wrist and hand movement, it coincides with the doll walk.
I agree. I thought the same thing, John, just watching it.
See how she twists her arm in
Yeah.
and up and then down. And, yeah, she's making the doll walk. She's just damn good at it.
Yeah, because they got the walking dolls, yes. I remember we used to have them that big.
Walk with anyone else.
Yep.
Yeah, she's damn good with it.
Damn good with it. She knows exactly how to manipulate it.
Yep.
Another doll from Mexico. This doll strangely only wants to walk when its owner is holding its hand. This creepy doll is managing to not only hold itself up, but walk itself down the street without any help.
What? Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ain't it?
According to the upload,
Oh, there's
this doll
Robert.
had a tendency to attack and try to kill its owners. It has since been locked up inside a glass cage.
Yeah, Robert was evil.
Robert kills his owners.
Yes.
What they thought was probably not what they expected.
Check this out. This is so fake.
That was definitely fake.
That's that's computer generated.
Hell yeah, it is. That was almost too perfect. No.
Uh-huh.
What's he doing? Dry humping the Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, he turned the lights on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Have new money goals? Well, it can help you find the credit card to make them happen.
I mean, I've heard of Happy Ghost, but a ghost turning on Christmas lights?
Right.
Yeah. Now watch this. that little elf on the shelf gets a little too carried away for me.
Damn. Yeah.
Okay.
How would they make it walk like that?
Just drag it.
After a puppet decided.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, if he was really gonna walk, his legs are not gonna stay straight the way that they were. It's
Like
gonna
sticks.
actually move.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I got a feeling that there was something attached to his hat.
Right.
Yeah, you just couldn't see it.
Like fishing string, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one I thought, you know what? That was stupid to even throw that one in there.
Nah, that's just a funny.
Yeah, that was a funny one.
Choke its owner. The owner locks it up in the glass cage, where it decides to try and break out as it starts moving on its own. After hearing rattling in her bathroom, the girl decides to check it out and see what she can find. And what she finds isn't really what.
Okay, guys, this is another one that's going to end up being really stupid. Yeah, I know it's fake.
She expects.
Watch this girl's reaction.
It was the doll again. Something about that doll just gives me the shivers.
Okay.
Should I go back in?
Right. She says, something about that doll just gives me the shivers.
Yeah.
The shivers.
The shivers.
And should I go back in? Like, okay, really?
Yeah, I got the shivers.
Oh, so scary. Why is this happening to me? I have to go back in. I need to get a better shot to show my family. Okay. The doll is gone. Where could it have gone? Maybe my sister couldn't have taken it. She wasn't in here. I don't know. How did it move? Maybe it's under the bathtub. No. So weird. How did that happen?
Well, don't even show the doll.
Disappeared.
I know.
Yeah.
Something going on in this.
And it's not like she showed the inside of the shower so that we could see if anybody was in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and her facial expressions are telling you she's not really scared either.
Exactly.
Exactly.
This house. And it's my job to figure out what it is.
A man decides to show off his doll collection.
I like this one.
Back and forth, one doll's face keeps changing.
Dolls that we have obtained are supposedly been haunted. And like I said, if you look at my playlist in Paranormal Activity, there's this one. And like this lady gave it to us for free. And every time I keep coming over here, it comes out of focus. I just said, what the fuck?
Okay, guys, I don't know if you've seen this one before.
No, I don't remember seeing this one.
I know I haven't.
But keep an eye on this doll's face.
Okay.
Eyes are closing, her mouth is back to normal. Oh my god, that is so wrong. I'm not freaked out. You see, it's just like. Focus her talking back to these. Yeah, fucking kidding me.
Oh wow, her lips are together.
In her eyes,
Oh, in her eyes, yeah.
looking to the right.
Wow.
Well, what bothers me about that one is they looked away and then it happened.
Yeah, exactly.
A young girl records herself playing with her dolls, but then one starts crying.
Look, I do. Please, stop. Will you send this frog into a deep moment? Yeah, who cares? Everybody hates me. Really don't. Oh, I feel like that. Just feel. Oh, wow, you actually are tearing up. Yeah, who cares? Crying isn't it? I'm not popular anymore. You see, Father? Now everybody bullies me. See? You see my tears? Those tears. Those tears. Yeah, those are tears.
After growing suspicious of a doll in his storage, this man decides to interview it. And when he plays back the footage of his interview, he finds some things that he didn't hear in the moment.
Yes, sir. What? I want to talk. I thought we were going to talk. That's a male voice.
So what are they saying? The doll's talking?
I thought we were going to talk.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes. Let's see. Oh. I hate when my thing does that. Hold on.
Okay.
It
No,
it gave me a different screen.
We're families.
Okay. Okay. So what do you guys think about those dolls?
Great.
That wasn't too bad. Now the first one I wouldn't.
Would
play
those
with
be
at all.
any that you would pick up?
Do what?
No. I was gonna say, would any of those be any that you guys would pick up and
Well, yeah, the friendly
like
one I
to have
would.
around?
Like the one growing the
The
hair and
friendly
stuff.
one
That'd
you
be
would?
cool.
Yeah, the one growing the hair, yes, would be awesome.
I'd
That
like
would
to
be
watch
really
that.
cool.
See that myself. But now the evil ones, they can stay to themselves.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind to take that one.
Well, I just don't want to give any evil presence any more power than they got, especially my own.
Right.
Okay.
Look, Lashonna, I tried to do my hair pink.
You know what's funny too? There could be a whole lot more of these, considering the number of dolls in this world.
Exactly.
You got that right.
I wonder what keeps that from happening or why it happens. It's just a weird thought. I want to know where it comes from.
See it, Lashonna? It kind of
I
like
see.
looks like it's been streaked. Wonder why it did that.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
I don't
Looks like
know.
it's streaked. And
It
then
looks
it really,
pink to me.
that's what I wanted. I wanted a real light
It does
pink,
look pink.
but it looks like it's been frosted. You see what I'm saying? But it really took on my roots. I'm going to have to blonde it again and then put the pink on it. Okay.
Right.
Dawn says she likes it. She thumbs up. Okay, you can get me off there now.
So. Okay.
Okay, thank you. But no, that was pretty cool. I like the dolls. But I wouldn't want this, like John said, I wouldn't want scary ones. No. The one that grew hair and teeth, that would be kind of interesting, you know. Think about it.
It would be. That'd be something I'd want to see.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, that would be something.
What would you say, like scientist people or somebody take it and analyze it and find out why it's doing it? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've analyzed it and found out it was human hair.
Yeah. And
So
then
why can't they go a little further?
and having to cut it, you know what I'm saying? Something's not right. Dolls don't grow hair.
No, they're not supposed to grow hair.
Right.
Or teeth.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
The
kind of
reason for it, they need to find out.
I want to go to, let's see.
I planted my hospice today.
Nice.
Hey, look how dark I got. I got 2 watches.
Let's see.
Hey, Lashonna, Kurt told me I wasn't planting them in the front yard. I planted them in the front yard.
Did you?
Yeah. Everyone takes care of it, you know.
You're going to get in trouble.
And that
For
told me
what?
you had the other side. For planting flowers in the front
She going to get in trouble for planting those plants in the front yard.
Yeah, he says, you got the whole yard. Well, I'm the one that takes care of it. He doesn't. So if I'm going to take care of it, I'm going to fix it up.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the work, I do what I want.
Exactly. Sean, my elephant ear, one of the ears is, I swear to God, this wide. And, oh my God, is almost as tall as I am. It's huge, girl. And it stands taller than me. My whole elephant ear stands taller than me. This year it got huge. I'm going to have to take a picture of it and show you. I have to take my tag out there and get a picture of it.
So where do you think this dog stuff
trying to
comes
find.
from?
Do what, Don?
I was asking, so where do you guys think this may come from?
This what come from?
This doll being a host for a soul.
Yeah, where would you think, Lashonna?
You know, it's really hard to say, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't remember.
I don't know. Hey, John, tell Dawn I said thank you.
Okay, I told her.
Thank you. I wouldn't know either, Lashonna. Where would you think you said?
I don't know.
Hey, John, she can't
I remember
surf the internet and talk at the same time.
Well,
I
that would be
remember
hard for me to
reading
do too.
about I remember reading about it a long time ago. I just can't remember you know, I don't know. I just remember that they were supposed to be originally designed to look after look very similar to the person that it was being the vessel for.
Man,
Right?
that's Susie's ugly down, all cracked up.
Yeah.
You want to watch Susie? It's the top
Yeah.
10 cursed dolls you should never touch.
Let's see what she's about. She looks creepy. She's got to be friggin' old. Stupid ads.
I know. And then I keep forgetting that I have a wireless mouse.
Right now, we could all use a
Bet you're
man
glad to
and
get
fake
that.
and stuff.
Hey, that looks good.
Like it's really hot
Very
Yeah.
good.
It did look
Ooh, I
good. Shut up.
Might have to
Don't
make me a pancake.
don't say that.
Hello,
Hey,
and
that
welcome
sounds
back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I am your host, Rebecca Felgate, and today we are talking all about the top 10 cursed dolls you should never touch.
Love her
Don't
accent.
touch them. Leave them alone. Before we get to this video, why don't you leave a thumbs up and share it with a friend that needs it?
So guys, this is courtesy of, let's see, the most amazing
Something
top
spooky
10.
today. Also, why don't you let me know which of these dolls freaks you out the most? Watch till the end and leave me a comment. We read them out sometimes. Also, if you guys want to connect with me on social media, there is a link to my Instagram in the description. Alright, coming in at number 10, we have the Doll of the Devil. This is the name being given to the creepy doll that caused a stir on the internet in 2018. Footage of a vampire doll that follows you with its eyes went viral after the demon doll appeared on an unmarked tombstone in Mexico. You know what? I don't like the sound of this. Oh, but it gets worse. The doll was found with a baby bottle of blood next to it. I'm not even sure if this is the original video, but footage uploaded to YouTube by RM Videos shares the creepy doll, and it's had over 330,000 views. Look how its eyes really bore into your soul. Who watching this video would touch that doll? Yeah. Rather you than me, mate. Coming in at number 9,
Yeah,
we
she
have
kinda
Mandy.
fucked up,
Mandy
ain't
is one
she?
of the more notorious haunted
Punch that little
dolls.
shit in
She's
his
pretty
face.
creeped out, just
Yeah.
to be honest. It's all about her cracked face, her knitted bonnet, and that creepy little lamb. They're enough for me to basically want nothing to do with her, but as I'm here hosting a top 10 video, I kind of have to give you this story. Sucks to be me. Alright. So, Mandy is said to date back to the 1920s and is thought to have come from Germany. Somehow, she travelled all the way to Canada, and in 1991, she was donated to a museum in British Columbia. Why was she given to a museum? Well, her previous owner thought that she was possessed. She said she would wake up at night to hear a baby crying, and that the windows in her home would miraculously open. After she gave away the doll, the crying and the window opening stopped. But strange things started happening in the museum. Workers also heard crying, and weirdly some staff...
Oh shit. First of all, I want to know why it is I can't get nobody to give me a haunted doll.
No.
Do you
That's
really
wrong.
want one?
Yeah, after watching all
You
this.
know, I have to buy mine.
members would find their lunch had disappeared. I'm sorry, but ain't nobody messing with my lunch. In one truly terrifying turn of events, that little toy lamb was found outside of Mandy's case. How'd it get there? Well, paranormal investigators say that Mandy is possessed by the spirit of a child, but she isn't actually a menace, just playful. Nonetheless, I think I would keep my hands off her. Coming in at number 8, we have the Wedding Scratcher. I already don't feel super great about porcelain doll dressed as a bride. It kind of combines all of my fears of corpse brides, Miss Havisham, and spooky haunted doll. Bought it in bounds for a family who bought the doll
Well, you don't
for
see
£5
very
in a
many
charity shop in
green-eyed
the
dolls. Think about it.
15-year-old Debbie Merrick bought the China
Yeah.
doll, but then she got way more than she bargained for. It's like bringing
What was that, Mom?
You don't see very many green-eyed dolls. They're always brown or blue.
Blue.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yes.
green.
And if you notice,
chaos and
you
misfortune.
have light
She
red
plays
hair too.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
display in the spare room, but since the doll moved in, her husband began waking up with scratches all over his legs. He also had started having dreams that the doll dragged him across the floor. Debbie has also been having nightmares about the doll and says that since she came to their home, their smoke alarm frequently goes off. In the end, she decided, you know what, I'm just putting that doll up for sale. Good riddance. Coming in at number 7, we have dead dolls. Less curse, more, actually dead people. Dolls. I mean, really? Do you want to go touching that?
What's that, John?
So what, was she a little jealous bitch doll or what?
I still didn't make out what you said.
So was she just a little jealous bitch doll or what?
Jealous bitch doll, the one that scratched that guy. That's kind of what it sounded like. She was jealous.
Yep.
Crazy.
I agree.
Wait a minute. That'd be a bad first night on a wedding.
Yeah.
You got that right.
Yeah.
Of a nasty corpse collector. It seems that the 44-year-old took to grave robbing young dead girls, which he then turned into dolls. How? Well, he mummified the girls, dressed them up, and placed them around his room. Of course, this super creep of a middle-aged man still lived with his parents, and somehow his illicit activities went unnoticed by them. He managed to convince his mum and dad that he had a thing for big dolls. At this point, when your son's 44 and still living at home and gets a thing for big dolls, is it not time to stage an intervention? I think so. Moskvin would film the corpse dolls and zoom up close into their faces, apparently obsessed with his creations. Eventually, Russian police cottoned on to what he was doing and raided his home, where they found the robbed corpses of 26 females aged between 3 and 15. Disgusting.
Wow.
Their families must have been distraught to learn their dead children had been defiled in this way. When I die, please don't turn me into a doll. I don't want that. I don't need that. Coming in at number 6.
What do you think about that one?
That was
That's
sick.
sick.
Hell yeah, that was sick. Oh my gosh. Mummified them.
Yeah. Hell.
Yep.
And the worst part, it was children at
26
that.
of them.
Yeah, and
15 to
children.
16.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's sick.
Mm-hmm.
We have this Elmo doll. I can't believe it has been almost 10 years since an Elmo doll made headlines for threatening to kill a toddler. I remember reading about it at the time. I can't believe time's flown so much. So Elmo, as many of you may know, is a Muppet puppet from Sesame Street.
Let's just say this Elmo is not a tickle me Elmo.
Yeah, this is to kill you, Elmo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A while back, a bunch of Elmo dolls that could talk and say your name were released. Now, 2-year-old James Bowman was the proud owner of a doll, and he enjoyed Elmo saying his name so much that he quickly ran the batteries down. When the batteries were replaced by his mum, for some reason, the doll stopped just saying his name. Instead, out of nowhere, it started saying, "Kill James." Okay. The 2-year-old then even started repeating the doll, saying "Kill James," which you can imagine totally and utterly freaked his mum out. She did what all good mothers would do and tossed the evil cursed doll right on out of there, although not before footage of the creepy toy in action was recorded and distributed to the press. Have a listen.
Kill James? Kill James?
I don't feel good about that. His mum said that she was kind of distraught, and I mean, I'll say. Coming in at number 5, we have Robert. What a classic. While I usually love a good nautical theme, I am absolutely not here for this sailor doll. Robert is a 20th century doll that used to belong to a child called Eugene Otto. Eugene used to blame many naughty things he did on Robert, and the pair would often be overheard talking, with Eugene's parents assuming Robert's voice was really Eugene. When Eugene died in 1974, Robert was left in an attic and discovered by the next owners of the home, who had a 10-year-old daughter. The small girl was terrified of Robert and claimed he wanted to kill her. Neighbors of the house would swear they saw Robert at the window on occasion, and the plumber who worked at the house found the doll to move across the room on its own. Reporter from the area visited the house to see Robert. He was disturbed to sense that Robert was listening to his conversation, and he even thought he was understanding him. Legend has it that this doll has caused car accidents, broken bones, made people lose their jobs, get divorced, and more. Robert is now in a museum in Florida's Key West, and museum visitors supposedly experience post-visit misfortunes for failing to respect Robert. So do you know what? Maybe don't even look at Robert, let alone touch him. He does not like disrespect. Another doll you should never look at is Peggy.
Walk right
Peggy
by
will
it,
make
not
you
even look at it.
Yeah.
So Peggy.
This is that one that we seen where the girl had the K2 meter in the beginning of, I think, the last video. She was standing up. The one I said that kind of looked like the one I have.
Right. Yeah, and that's when I asked you, was that
He is a
K2?
wanted doll in the UK.
Yeah.
Shrewsbury, Shropshire, to be precise. Peggy is owned by paranormal investigator Jane Harris, who runs an organisation called Haunted Dolls. That's what it says on the tin, really. She was given Peggy by a terrified woman who couldn't cope with the burden of the doll. Peggy is thought to have the power to visit people in their dreams, warning them, haunting them. Mediums who have worked with Peggy believe that she is linked to the Holocaust, and Jane believes that she died of respiratory issues, possibly of gassing. In 2015, Peggy caused a media stir when an article was published about her on the Mail Online, after which 80 readers reported having an awful experience after viewing her picture. Most were nausea, but some people even had panic attacks. Peggy is said to be haunted by an evil spirit. Now, Jane, her owner, did ask the doll to stop tormenting people, but apparently one woman even had a heart attack shortly after meeting her. Yikes. Coming in at number 3, we have Victorian dolls. We're lucky we're living in the age we do, as 150 years or so ago, things were not so great. During the Victorian era, child mortality rates were high. As a result, the Victorians dealt with death in a pretty different way than we do now. In the late 19th century, it became habitual to have a mourning doll made and laid at the grave of a dead child. The dolls were usually made of wax, and their hair was generally made from the hair of the deceased, which is pretty creepy. The doll would also be dressed in the deceased's clothes and mourned as if they were a real child. These dolls were then often kept in a container by bereaved families. Now, I'm not saying that they're necessarily cursed, but they were the physical representation of a dead child made with the child's real hair. I, for one, would not go touching them. Alright, less spooky in kind of a ghostly way, but very spooky in a real life, do you want to kill me way.
Okay. Now, they say that those are laid at the graves of the children, the dead children.
Right.
To imagine this. We're rando-nodding one night. We always have a tendency of finding a cemetery somewhere, way out in BFE. Well, that would be amazing to find something like that. Now, just so you guys know, I am not the type that would take that type of doll off of a grave.
Well, I wouldn't want to. I think that'd be bad enough.
No, I wouldn't want to take one off a grave. Hell no. That's a no-no.
Now, that would be, I don't know.
Are you learning to braid now?
That that would be a little much, to be honest with you, in regards to collecting dolls. I wouldn't go that far.
No.
Well, the way I see it,
No, Mom, I
you
know how to
just
braid.
asking
I
for trouble.
just can't braid the top of my head like you did that day.
Right. Do what, John?
I said if you did take dolls from places like that, I would think you're just asking for trouble.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not asking for trouble. I go looking for it, but I'm not asking for it.
Yeah, that's a small difference, but yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
buy mine at flea markets.
you know the problem with looking for it, you can almost always find it.
Yeah, that ain't no lie.
You got that right. All right, let's see what number 2 is.
We have Snack Time Cabbage Patch Kid at number 2. Now these
Cabbage
are the
Patch
true menaces of the
Kid.
1990s.
Really?
They might not be haunted or possessed by it, but these dolls were the real demon here. Why? Well, because they tried to eat the kids they belonged to. So the story goes that these dolls were released in 1996, and they were designed to make the doll look like they could eat. Plastic fries and various other fake foods were included, and kids could feed them, and the doll would chew them. Sounds great, but unfortunately the doll couldn't tell the difference between a plastic fry and a kid's finger, and you know how much children love sticking their fingers in stuff. There were several complaints from parents of children with injured fingers. Kids would obviously stick their fingers in the doll's mouth. The doll would bite down, clamping so hard the kids couldn't always get their fingers out. There were a number of reports in the mid-90s of kids getting their fingers and other body parts stuck in the mouth of devil dolls, and one girl even got an unwelcome haircut when the doll mulched up a significant proportion of her hair. Over 100 complaints were received, so the doll was recalled and $40 refunds were offered. To be honest, I'd rather have my finger than $40. Finally, coming into number 1, we have one of the most famous dolls of all time. Never touch her.
Annabelle.
It's Annabelle.
Annabelle.
On first viewing, I
Annabelle, I've
kind
heard
of thought
about her.
Annabelle around camp was pretty cute looking. But then when you realise that this is the doll behind the Annabelle movie franchise, all cute goes out of the window and is replaced with cold hard fear. For all her supposedly evil biddings, Annabelle is currently in a glass jail in the form of a sealed box at the Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut. The museum is run by Ed and Lorraine Warren, and they received the doll after it lived with a student nurse and her roommate in the 1970s. The doll behaved strangely, so the pair contacted a medium who suggested that she was haunted by a dead girl named Annabelle
Does
Higgins.
Ghost of
The pair
Bitches
felt
not
a
have this doll now?
nurturing the girl.
Yeah, I think that's
What's
what
that,
she said.
John?
Does the Ghost Adventures team not have this doll in their museum now?
They do
Oh.
not. The Warrens Museum has it.
Okay.
They give it to them, huh?
Ed and Lorraine Warren, they have it, but they passed away. Lorraine, I think, passed away a few years ago.
Right.
And
That's true.
yeah, and her daughter and her husband run the Warren Museum now.
Okay. Yeah, they just showed her.
Yep. So what do
She's been in
you?
the paranormal world for a long time.
Oh yeah, way before anybody even considered getting into the paranormal investigations. Okay, so
All right, who was ringing the bell?
That was me hitting the ashtray with my thing.
I got you.
there we go. There we go. There we go.
I'm still here. It's just I
Okay.
can't show you what's going
So
on.
Exactly.
As far as the Ed and the, I don't want to know what's going on now that you said that. Thanks,
You
John.
never
just
know.
put my.
That's only because you wanted it there,
Yeah,
girl.
I know.
Don't blame
Thanks.
that on me.
Well, I am blaming that on you.
No. That's your dirty mind thinking, not mine.
Oh, Lordy girl. So, did you get 2 new dolls, you said?
All right. Yeah, I got a few of them. Let me, I'm trying to find. Yeah, let me see. Let me go here real quick. There you are. So, this one.
Okay. Oh. Well, she's pretty. She plastic? Oh, God, look at her eyes.
Yes.
Deep blue, huh?
Yeah, they're deep, deep blue. Well, she's pretty.
Is she about the size of a Barbie doll?
Nope, she's smaller. See? She's
Yeah, that's
tiny.
what I
Her
thought.
dress is just really big.
Okay.
She's pretty.
Well, I was thinking
Almost.
she was smaller in upper body, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even littler. Oh, yeah, she's pretty. What the? Oh, yeah. I almost thought her eyes was red when you brought her back, but they're not.
What are the height for dolls?
They're
I
kind
know.
of like an amber color.
Right.
What'd you say, John? What's what?
I know, like for action figures, like for G.I. Joes, you got the 6-inch and the 12-inch. Is there any standard size for dolls or what?
Oh no, they come in all sizes.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll show you my smallest doll that I have.
Yeah, she's tiny.
Yeah. And she little.
Wow.
And she's very, very fragile.
Right.
You can hear, I don't know if you can hear her.
I heard it rattling.
Can you hear she her head is really loose.
Yeah, you saying that a while ago.
I hear it rattling, yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, my head rattles too.
Now, I'll show you a real tiny doll. Mine too. These are my smallest dolls.
They are tiny.
Let me.
Oh, yeah, they're little tiny ones.
Tiny little thing.
Hell,
What's the smallest doll out there that you know of?
That I know of.
Yeah.
Okay. You see how little her legs are compared to my finger?
Right.
That could be held by little ones like these.
That is tiny.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I have.
Yeah, but these are actual dolls.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they are cute. Did you just
And
get
then I
those?
have some that are just a little bit bigger than these.
Right.
I've had these for a little while.
They're so little, I've never seen them there.
And then.
That's because they're so little. They're out of sight, out of mind.
No, because they sit in my curio cabinet
That's why I've not seen them.
Well, they sit in the top shelf of my curio cabinet, and I have a doll that's in there that has a dress, and they sit in front of the dress. And yeah, you could miss it very easily. You could miss them.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So you, the twin sisters.
Oh wow, you're gonna have to do a paranormal on them.
Do you have any Indian dolls?
Yep.
Oh yes, she does.
I do. I have one.
Really pretty one.
And she sits on a drum.
Oh yeah.
I think I only have one. Yes.
Don't you have one up on that shelf as you're going out? A real tall one, like.
How tall is that one?
I might have two.
It's probably about
what, John?
6 inches.
How tall is it? And what are the colors on it?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me go see. You said walking into the sunroom, Mom?
Yeah, you know where you
or
had
out?
your lights up. It's up over. It's in the sun. Listen to me. In the sunroom, look up over where Matthew had his TV, up on that shelf way up on top. Your cabinet, your closet, look straight up. Up in there, I thought you had one. Oh, she's got so many dolls and she's moved them. God knows where it's at now.
Right.
I tell you what, John, if you was actually go in her house and see how many dolls she's got, you would freak out. I just can't believe how many.
Yeah, because of all the eyes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got lots of eyes on you.
Feel like it burning a hole in the back of my neck.
Right. Like I said, they're everywhere.
I mean, I can feel like that when there's nobody staring at me that I can see.
Exactly.
No, I only have one.
Where did I see that Indian doll at? She's pretty.
Let me see her headdress a little better.
Okay, just hold still now. Whoa.
I wonder if that's Dakota Sioux. It's hard to tell.
But she sits on a cute little drum.
Yeah, she's sitting on a drum.
I thought you had one with like she was standing.
No.
I could have swore you had one that was standing. I still think you got it somewhere.
Now, I did see there was two of them at the flea market Wednesday when I went that I really
They're everywhere here.
Huh?
They are everywhere around here. They're expensive, but they're everywhere.
Dang.
Well, these weren't that expensive, and one was actually a pretty good size. And it looked like, if I remember, it was a little boy sitting. But he was actually a pretty good size doll, not like the normal that you would have that would sit around.
Right. My buddy, he's got an Indian collection. You know, it almost starts from the cowboys to the Indians. And he's got a bunch of dolls too. And one of them is a crow female and all dressed down, all in crow black feathers and all that.
Ooh,
she's about 2.5 feet tall. She's absolutely beautiful. She got long black hair.
Ooh, I bet it is beautiful.
Yeah, she's almost dressed down like a woman shaman.
I think Indian dolls are very pretty.
Well, here's the funny
Yeah.
thing. The price was a little over $500.
Whew. It was pretty, but not that pretty, probably.
Oh, she's that pretty.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's all authentic. It was made by the real Indians.
Oh my gosh, I bet it is. That's why
Well,
it's expensive.
If I could ever remember while I'm over
Hey,
there to
Doug?
take a picture of it, I will.
Yeah, I bet it's
I was just gonna say that you need to get a picture of it for us.
If I can remember while I'm there, I will.
right. I bet it's beautiful.
Oh, it is. He's got a bunch of other dolls and stuff that sit around it. His whole living room is like walking into an Indian store.
Oh wow. He's got that many, huh? That'd be
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. He's got several thousands of dollars in that kind of stuff.
Wow. Probably got a lot of some that's really worth money now.
Well, I know that one because I was there when he bought it. The other ones, I have no idea. They could be up there at the same price, too.
Exactly.
Because if it ain't made by them and he knows it's made by them, he won't buy it.
Wow. Oh, there's the Lashonna Doll. That looks like Lashonna. That's her buddy. Now her eyes are freaky.
See?
Her eyes looks like they stare right at you.
What color are they?
Brown.
Brown?
Shit,
Oh, yeah,
brown.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a light there or something that's giving them a green haze.
Yeah.
My eyes are green, so, you know.
That's mine, too.
I've had her for 50. Mine are green too.
Yeah, you've had her for years.
I've had her for 15 years. This is, I think, one of the ones I've had the longest.
I think she was almost the first ones that you got. One of the couple of the first ones.
And she's getting ready to get a makeover.
Give her some new clothes and a hairstyle.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. She's gonna get a good hair washing, a good hair brushing.
If you wash it and put cream rinse. Wash it and use cream rinse in it. Yeah.
I have some oil I'm going to also put in it.
Right.
You know, that's something I was thinking. That's probably a lot of work, taking care of those dolls.
It is.
I just moved a bunch of them and went to move them again, and I already had to really, really dust them off.
Right.
I'm
doing laundry.
Already.
I got to do laundry. I got two loads of laundry. Just doll clothes.
2 loads of baby dolls.
That's what I need to do is change. Like, she needs. What I want to do is take some of the ones that have their original outfits on, take them out of their original outfits, and put them in baggies and put them away. Save them so they don't get ruined.
Exactly.
And put other clothes on them. For instance, her, she has her original clothes on. I would like to take them off of her and put her in something, maybe something cuter, holiday-wise.
You'll have to get you a tote, huge tote for all of them.
We'll get you some of those.
I have one.
Bags.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to save their outfits in case something ever happens and they have to be gotten rid of.
You'd get more money out of them if they had their regular clothes.
They just have their original outfits,
Right.
So
we'll put them in airtight bags. They ought to be good to go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what my plan is. To wash them real good, put them away, find them different outfits, give them kind of some new, fresh looks, and change their clothes, frequently. So Christmas time,
Bring
put
them
them
up
in a
to the
Christmas
21st
sleeper,
century.
a Christmas dress. Yeah. Halloween time, dress them up in a costume or some shit like that.
That would be expensive, sissy. All the dollars you got if that's what you plan
Yeah.
on doing.
Words.
Yeah, because none
You'd
of the
have to
Are there
just
that
costumes
take.
many
I
costumes
had.
out there? I guess there would be.
Do what, John?
I said, is there that many costumes out there?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
You'd
I can
have
only
to.
think of a few.
Well,
You'd have to pick just a few dolls, sis.
Yeah.
well, and some of them, to be honest with you, are so small they would have to be custom
Handmade.
made.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that could probably get expensive in itself.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I bought.
She's stripping that poor
I'll
baby.
show you.
Yeah.
Well, I need to see where her limbs start
Right.
and where the stuffing is, so that I know when to get her outfit, what kind of outfit to get her. Like, I can't get her a summer dress, like a halter top
Yeah.
type dress
Right.
with the strap, because she doesn't have that type of limb.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, she got cloth like.
See, I have to get her a dress that has 3/4
Yeah.
inch sleeves.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why I
it's
said
cool.
she's got cloth. That's the one
She's
that
got a
Kurt said
t-shirt
kept.
on.
That's the one that Kurt kept saying stared at him.
That would be rough.
He said the
All
camo
the
cutie kept staring at him.
Yeah. She does look like she's staring at you, though. She said, damn, you're going to twist my head off.
No, I got to hold her head so I don't break it,
Yeah.
it off.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, that was a job that
And
made me
then
tired.
she also has a
That made me tired, you
marking on the
undressing her.
back.
Does she?
2004.
Oh, I see the dog on your couch.
Is that what she
Yeah,
made?
that's the only way I
2004?
can. She's laying on that blanket. That's the only way I can get her to fucking be quiet while I'm
shit.
doing this.
Oh. What'd you say, John? What was the name of the doll, Lashonna?
I don't know. I can't see it. I'm gonna have to wait until I have better light to
Oh.
see the name on it.
Got ya.
It's so tiny.
Right.
Little bitty stuff, huh? Oh.
I
I stretched that blanket out. Oh geez, I don't remember. Oh my gosh, more than I probably should have, but
Because I know you got
because
it there
that
when
was
you live behind the pet store there and the ice cream store where I ride my bike to visit you.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when you bought it.
Yeah. But she's getting ready to get a makeover, and I have a little blonde that's getting ready to get a makeover done that sits down. And then I'm going to get ready to start painting some more dolls, too.
Right.
So,
Right. Where do you get the dolls that you paint? Anywhere, everywhere?
Yep, anywhere and everywhere. If I find them cheap and they're broken, I
Right.
will like make the crack just look like a normal crack. So, and just
Yeah,
paint it.
even broken dolls like that. Yeah, you can still make them freaky.
Yeah, I have something that's got a broken foot, and I colored the broken foot, and I'm going to take some expanding foam, fill it up, go around it, and then make it look like stringy stuff hanging off of the leg. So even a broken one is, I work with them. I just get them. I get them wherever, just whatever catches my eye. Now to be honest with you, I've really cut down on buying as many. I seen quite a few this past week that I thought about, and
Right.
I went ahead and passed them up. I got the little ones. Only because right now I have more space for the little ones than I do any big ones until I get my sunroom completely done, which I'm almost there. Got my fingers crossed I don't find anything else to try to move in there or move out of. So
We mean it's like your little four-legged furry creatures, right?
oh yeah. Them too, so
Them too.
and I just got another gate today to put up going into my sunroom so the dogs busy messing with my dolls. It's the boxers I have to worry about messing with my dolls.
Right.
So I got a gate up going into the sunroom so the dogs can't go in there and mess with my my dolls in there.
Right.
Right. They probably have a heyday with them things.
But
They would.
believe it or not, they've actually done really good with not bothering them. I mean, because if I turn my camera around, I've got dolls in a chair over here. I actually got a new I got a new doll that is she's a crochet. She's got the crochet dress. And she's not as big as like the one Dawn has, and the sister one that I have to the one Dawn has.
Right. Dawn loves
I just
that
got
thing.
another one. She's not as big as those, and she sits here.
Right.
Let me see if I can. Okay. Can you see under my TV?
A
There's
little bit.
a green dress.
Yeah. Is that where she's at?
Okay. Right here.
Okay. I can see all the 150 more on the left side.
Oh, yeah, right. And not including
the 25 or 30 behind you.
Right.
There's the other 200.
You got that right.
Dang, there's 50 more.
And
there's
then
another
I
one.
got all these over here.
Yeah, there's another one. Oh, hell, that's real.
That's Lashonna.
And then look, I got there. And then so, yeah, I have. Anyway, but we don't mess with her. And then I have the other crocheted one on the shelf underneath my curio cabinet. They don't mess with them. So
they probably spook them out.
Probably.
Now,
Dog, nobody.
I
Like,
think
I ain't messing with that.
yesterday there was something. Yeah, I think yesterday there was something in the living room because Loki kept his nose up like he was sniffing and looking at something by the door.
Yeah. Well,
And I
animals are
thought,
open to that kind of
and
stuff, so
then,
they see it and know it.
yeah, and then I had my K2 meter out because I was checking something.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I think it was one of the new dolls. I was just kind of running my K2 meter over, and it was literally like right in front of me, and there was nothing there but the K2 meter was going off. And
Right.
he's like sitting where he was at when you seen him earlier, John. He was sitting there with his nose in the air, like he was sniffing and he seen something towards my door.
Right. He probably
So
was.
yeah, and then he just went about his business like it was nothing.
Well, the way I see this, if there are real ghosts in this world, they're here. There are so many of them. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And animals and things that can see them are just used to them.
So what do you think? I mean, in regards to haunted dolls, when
I think it's
you look at a
possible
doll,
because
what's the
people
thing that
attach some things. Huh?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, what do you think it is that like makes them want to be attached to a vessel in that sort?
Maybe to remain.
Maybe they just don't want to move on.
To just remain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or maybe it could be the only thing in their lifetime that they've ever had.
Yeah.
Could be true, yep.
You know?
Exactly.
So
Here's one of my other
you know, that
questions.
could be. Yeah.
Who invented the first doll and what was the reason for it? Was it for kids to play with? Was it for nefarious purposes or what was it for?
Did you want to go out?
Yeah. Let's see.
Are you gonna Google that?
You know, John, we're gonna have to. Yeah. Let's see. Why was the first ball created? Why and how?
Yeah. For some reason, I got a funny feeling this answer is going to be rather strange.
That what?
Okay. Let's see. John is giving me soccer ball history, epic sports.
What? Did you type
By
in ball instead of
1600.
doll?
Did you say ball or doll?
I'm wondering if you typed in ball or doll.
I typed in ball, B-A-L-L.
Doll.
Doll.
I'm retarded.
That is hilarious. I'm sorry. No, that's something I would do.
Let's see. Okay, so let's go here and here, and I want to go here, and I want to go here and here. And
Watch
it
out where
says
you're
the
going.
earliest.
Okay, the earliest.
All right.
I can't see that, kid. I cannot see that at all.
The earliest dolls were made from available materials such as clay, stone, wood, bone, ivory, leather, or wax. Archaeological evidence places dolls as the foremost candidate for the oldest known toy. Stories from ancient Greece around 1800 AD shows that dolls were used by little girls as playthings.
Okay.
So,
But that still does not answer two things.
how are
Who
dolls?
and why?
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find one that's really credible.
Right? Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Let's go to Were Dolls Made for the Dead and see what it tells us.
Okay.
Example of such dolls include puppets, dolls from European folklore and witchcraft used to cast spells on people, which led to the myth of voodoo dolls. On the other hand, some dolls were made of nothing more than toys for children, so not all dolls were intended to be vessels for the dead. What is the origin of dolls?
There we go.
That's more like what we want to see.
Yeah.
Okay, the earliest documented dolls go back to the ancient civilization of Egypt, Greece, and Rome. They have been made as crude, rudimentary playthings, as well as elaborate art. Modern doll manufacturing has its roots in Germany from the 15th century. Let's see. The history of dolls. Okay, existing since the dawn of time, dolls are among the oldest man-made subjects, cherished generations after generations. Their looks and purpose have changed over the centuries. Their evolution has always been closely linked to fashion as well as innovation and social change. Here is a global overview of their stories from ancient time to the 21st century. Their history of dolls in a nutshell. The very first dolls. Dolls are said to have existed as early as Paleolithic era, roughly 2.5 million years ago to 10,000 BC, the oldest one. Discovered
That's
in
insane.
Siberia in 2000. What, John?
I said that's insane.
Yep. And it says the eldest one discovered in Siberia in 2017 had a head carved from soapstone and a body made of organic material, which have since then decomposed. It is believed to be over 4,500 years old.
Wow.
Let me show you guys.
Pretty old.
That is very old.
Wow.
Organic material. So was it like bladder material or? Yes.
It doesn't say. Right here it
The shape
is.
of it.
There's a picture of it.
Wow. That's old.
That is old. You can even tell the head is completely gone.
Right. Huh.
Okay.
That is cool.
Was
You
you
ever
even
seen a
looking? I seen
chainsaw?
you up walking around.
I seen it. Yeah, I seen it, baby. That's
Okay.
wild.
Archaeologists have also confirmed that dolls were used in ancient Greece and Rome, made of a great diversity of natural materials such as clay, wood, wax, bone, ivory, jade stone. Several were found in graves and in particular children's tombstones or tombs. Most were rather rudimentary, yet some could be considered as works of art.
Dang.
That's pretty cool.
Articulated and delicately painted.
That is
So there's
awesome.
another one. It doesn't look like he been painted.
They almost remind you of those marionette dolls.
Right.
It says ancient Greek doll made of clay.
So
Wow,
if it
that
was
is
never fired, it could be
Their purpose,
movable.
yeah, their purpose seemed to have been different according to the culture and civilization. It is supposed it is supposed that they were either used as toys or a symbol for rituals.
Right.
Some were even believed to have hold magic powers. For example, Greek brides would offer their dolls to the gods before getting married. Ancient Japanese dolls were used during religious ceremonies and considered as a source of protection. African dolls were used as a mean of education and entertainment. Some, like the voodoo dolls, were attributed supernatural powers. The border between dolls as a toy and ritual symbol is often hard to trace.
That ain't no lie.
Yep. So during the Middle Ages, little is known of doll usage, mainly made of rags by mothers at home. They did not resist the trial of time. It is only in the 16th century that a proper doll production business started to emerge in Paris. Making the craftsmen making and selling dolls upon fairs were named.
Huh.
Let's hold on. It's Bimble Otiers. I think it's been below tears. During the 17th century, French dolls were made of wood and paper mache, mashed paper, and sometimes bits of textile, all bound together with an adhesive such as glue or starch. England, slightly ahead, was already using wax. In the 18th century, dolls met a big success and innovation in the production process continued. During the first half of the 19th century, doll heads were made of very delicate china, beautiful but very easily breakable. Later on, biscuit porcelain, also known as bisque, was used to give them a human skin like shade. Very popular in Europe and in particular in France and Germany. These antique dolls are deeply sought after by collectors. This here is a European doll made of bisque porcelain.
Wow.
Ooh, that's pretty.
She is.
Look at the dress.
She is pretty.
I bet that thing's worth an insane amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bet it
know
is
it.
too. Until 1869, dolls' bodies were made of sewn fabric and filled with bran. The invention of celluloid was a real revolution, much cheaper and less fragile than porcelain. It was well suited for children. Since 1945, most dolls are now made of plastic or synthetic material. Halfway between fashion dolls and engraving, paper dolls were launched by the English in the 1970s. Cheaper to produce, much smaller and lighter, they could easily be sent abroad. However, they were also very fragile. Empresses, actresses, and mothers were most often used as models for these dolls and later on children. Paper Dolls by Ann Sanders Wilson in 1832.
That'd be a little bit hard to have a paper doll.
Oh, yeah. I remember when we were
Yeah,
growing
it would
up, we
be.
had them. Paper dresses, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Yep.
having them.
Paper Halloween costumes.
Yep, the Shirley Temple doll, star child of the 1930s, had a huge success. So now they want to
Right.
go into the body shapes and features. Not only did the material change over the decades, but the body shapes too. In ancient Greece, dolls were articulated limbs already existed, but these became more and more sophisticated as times went by. In 1858, Mill Romer created dolls with a head that could turn sideways. Then came dolls with eyelids that could be closed and opened. The dates of creations of glass eyes remains unknown. However, we do know that doll eyes were mostly brown until Queen Victoria launched the fashion of blue eyes. And over
What
the
happened?
latest decades, dolls could peek, drink, and even give birth were
That's
created.
probably, that's probably the first play of vanity in the world right there.
Yes.
I want the dolls to
Over
look
the
like
last,
man.
yeah,
Pardon me.
ain't it crazy?
Yeah.
Until the 19th century, dolls imitated adults more than babies and were mainly women. The company Jumo were among the first to create newborn dolls and even received medals at the Universal exhibition during the Second Empire. Then, in 1959, was born the famous Barbie doll, created by
Right.
Mattel. Grown grown up, she was designed as a symbol of the independent woman, as a source of inspiration for little girls to reflect upon.
That's what they
The
say.
history of dolls would not be Yep, the the history of dolls would not be complete without mentioning fashion dolls, which appear in the 16th century. Designed for adults, they were sent to the royal courts of Europe to present the latest fashion trends. Philip IV sent a doll, future Queen of England, as a gift. Oh, Henry IV did the same for his wife Maria de Medicis to allow her to become familiar with French fashion. Despite the
Right.
birth of fashion magazine and engravings, fashion dolls did not appear in 1924 at La Exposition des Dames, some big old French word, the exhibition of today's woman. 25 standing dolls presented the evolution of fashion since 1900. Among the most exquisite fashion dolls were, of course, the Parisian dolls, ambassador of French style and elegance. They were dressed by the most famous fashion house of the time. Entire
Look at them
wardrobes were
handshake.
made with stunning realism. Miniature pearl earrings, velvet purses, delicate shoes, and even corsets were created for dolls. Their the luxurious wardrobe could be produced thanks to patterns sold in specific magazines.
Right. Remember my
Now,
mother
there's a
used to
picture of
make
the
some
miniature
dolls.
doll earrings and shoes. What, John?
I remember my mom and my sisters doing those patterns and making those doll dresses.
Yeah, my grandma used to too.
Yep.
To this day, dolls continue to delight us. Keep for their beauty or kept for their beauty, historical heritage, financial value, or by nostalgia. The number of adult doll collectors is thriving. Among the most famous is the Sasha doll, created by Sasha Morgenthaler and produced in England, then Germany in the late 1960s.
Hmm.
To extend the enchantment of doll collection, Charlotte limited edition doll collector miniature. Okay, we don't need to know any of that.
Well, you've got so many, you might want to look into what you got.
Yes.
Because you could have some jewels in the rough down
I
there you don't know about.
I do try to look into them when I get them, and I come home. I always look at them and I try to look them up. Some of them I can't find anything about, so I don't
Right.
know if there's anything to them. But I do have one that is an all bisque as well, and she's pretty good size. And on the back of it, it does say made in Germany. So I
Right.
don't know. That one I'd really like to find out more on. It's just trying to get the information to find out.
How old roughly do you think that doll is?
To be honest with you on that one, I really don't know. I really don't.
Well, here's
She's got a
be
very
interesting to know.
old looking outfit on and her full body. I mean, even her, like the little one I showed you, John, the crying William, his
Right.
full body is all big. So they're pretty heavy. And right on the back of her, I think it's between her shoulder blades, it actually says made in Germany.
Huh. I'd want to know if it was made before World War II or after.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I tried to look it up, but I can't. The person's name that is on the back of the head, I cannot find her name anywhere. I don't know if it's or him or her. I don't know.
Right.
But I don't
Can
know.
you see yourself in my TV back
Yeah.
there?
That's funny.
Oh, I see me. Okay.
How'd you get your camera down?
I pulled it from the top and brought it down.
So,
as Lashonna says, you wasn't even watching. I seen you walking around. I still watched it on that TV.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's some of my new dolls, and then we went through some stuff about, some of the dolls caught moving on camera.
Right.
So, do you guys believe in haunted dolls? Do you believe that it's possible that the dolls do the things that you see on there?
Well, yes, I do. It's not the doll, it's the spirit within the doll. The doll's just the vessel.
You got that right. Hey, check out my new wireless mouse.
Cool.
Oh, cool. I like that.
It lights up.
Did you order it? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I want
You know
one
what,
now.
guys? It was only $12.
Shit, that's cheaper than what I paid for the one at Walmart. And it's just a black one.
Walmart
It
full
was
of
$12.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not one that wants to go. I like having money put back in case there's an emergency. So I'm always very leery on what I personally spend. So I'm always going down on stuff, and I'm like, man, that one's only $12. It was only $11.99. You know what? That looks pretty cool. I think I want a rose gold one. So
Sometimes you gotta.
It was only $12.
Sometimes you gotta get what you want.
So I told
Yeah,
my
but I
old man
always
the other
get what I
day.
want.
So I told Kurt the other day, I said, you know what? I said, I'm taking $50 out of my money and I'm going to Walmart and I'm going to get what I want. So I went and got my hair dye.
Right. Well, that's like me. I got to every now and again just to get me a tune-up on my motorcycle.
Right, yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm going to get something to drink real quick. I'm going to let you guys talk for a moment. Just discuss things among yourself. Let me get something to drink, and I'll be right back.
Okay, okay.
Where you going, Max? Where you going?
Well, dang.
He's sitting here. He's sitting here looking at me. Oh, now he's looking.
Oh.
Look. Max.
Max. Max.
Right here.
Max.
Max, right here.
Hey, Max.
Right here.
Max.
Come here, buddy. Here, Max.
Max. Oh, he looked right at you too. Looked right at me.
Hey, Max. Max. Right here. Look, right here.
Hey, Max. Hey, Max. TT. Hey, Max. Get up on the
He's too
couch.
busy messing around with other stuff. Mr. Mad Max. Mr. Mad Max.
He give you kisses.
Oh, he love me, Daddy. Daddy love him too.
TT, over here. She would have to come in and open up the damn door.
Right.
Seems like I'm up and down, closing the door and opening it.
Yeah, mine are not big enough to do that.
Wait, don't knock me over. Here. All right. Okay, John, take a break. I'm probably gonna do the same thing. Hey.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Well, yeah, I would too.
Take advantage of it while we can. Alrighty.
Oh.
It's not like we still can't talk.
All right,
huh?
guys. I'm
We all
still
took
here. I got something to drink.
That's all right. We're taking a break too. I said it's not like we can't keep talking.
Right.
Right.
And we already know what everybody looks like. Oh shit.
They already know there's an old fat white guy on the other end of this.
And an old lady on the other side and a young one on the other end.
Right.
Oh shit, I gotta go get my little container. Oh, I got it. Shit, it's hidden all the junk. All my food I got up here. Ice cream bowl, I got a tea glass, I got candy. And it was hiding behind the candy.
You just ready to go, ain't you?
Hell yeah. And you know what? I am starving. I'm ready to go find me something to eat.
Now, how the hell is that even possible?
Hell if I know, but I am starving, Marvin.
I mean, you got all that sitting there around there to eat, but you're hungry.
Exactly. I was thinking about making French toast.
This thing.
Oh.
No more talk about food, Mom. I don't want to get hungry.
Hey, last night we all got off here. I went in there and made me some cooked oats.
Damn.
I did put raisins in them, sit and watched a movie.
What'd you go make you?
Cooked oats. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
You hear the water running?
Yeah, I hear that. And then the other night when we got off here, Lashonna and John, I went and made me a big ass cup of hot boiled milk with sugar and probably about 15 peanut butter cookies.
That's all that. About 10 minutes, I'd have been passed out.
Okay, I'm about ready to come back.
No, yeah, because I was going to show.
When I get done joking. I'm coming. I'm coming up. I think we're going to be belonging to the tuberculosis ward.
They're going to shut us off and we got COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to spread COVID. Turn them off.
Having us live stream now with masks on.
Oh, I'm waiting for that one.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, let's face it. The idiots we got in office right now, I'm waiting on that one.
Exactly.
Oh, you'll spread it through the internet.
Say, okay, guys. How stupid are they? Does it look like I'm looking at you guys now or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. A lot better than looking up,
I
huh?
wonder why you staring at me.
A lot better than having to look up like that.
Okay.
Okay, and I keep catching myself looking up.
This is the one I was telling you about, John.
Yeah.
That one is pretty
let
too.
me.
That's the sister to the other one, right?
She's the full bisque.
Right.
Look how her body's all. But.
Oh, yeah. She's a pretty one, too. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like one of those ultrasounds when a woman's pregnant. That's what I'm hearing. Like the heartbeat. That's what it sounds like, John. You giving birth?
Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, it sounds like a monitor that they run over a pregnant woman's belly when it whoosh, 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 whoosh.
An
That's what it sounds
ultrasound.
like. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I'm sitting here and I kept hearing it, and it's like, oh my God. Somebody about to give birth.
Do you know what it really is?
What is it?
It's
your torch. Yeah, your torch.
That is so funny. It sounds like that.
It does. It really does. Ooh, she's pretty. Boy, she's got blue eyes.
Yes, she does. And that blonde hair.
Yeah.
And she's all porcelain, all bisque. Not really porcelain. She's bisque. Body and all.
Right?
Wow.
And I almost bet you that she comes from the German line.
I wouldn't.
That's what I'm thinking with this one. And her hat does not want to stay on.
Well, you know what I'm saying. The reason why I say that is most people in the world that have blonde hair and blue eyes for real are from German descent.
Yeah, German girls got blonde hair and blue eyes.
Most people that moved here from Europe and all that had brown hair and brown eyes or green eyes.
Right. That's crazy.
She's got cute little teeth.
Right?
Oh.
She's highly detailed.
Oh, yes, she is.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
And her eyelashes are not painted on. Those are real eyelashes.
Does she have fingernails too, Shauna, or did you notice?
Yes.
Wow. That is really detailed.
Yeah, she's detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Even right to the little chubby arms.
Yeah.
She moved my screen.
She didn't want you to see.
Right.
She's very pretty, though.
She is one of my favorites. She is.
I can see why, because she is a pretty one. I'm going to try to see if Kurt
All right, John.
will come down, Lashonna, the 10th. September the 10th. Because,
okay, I have to take Lucy to the vet at 11:30.
September the 10th?
That day. Yeah, I gotta take her to the vet at 11:30 that day.
All right. Well, we probably won't be there until about 1 or 2.
Yeah, and it don't typically take me long in the vet. Half hour, 45 minutes.
Because probably the 15th, we're going to be going to South Carolina. And I told Kurt I want to come down one more
Oh,
time to
okay.
see you before we take off. And I want to get my
What, you afraid
thing.
you're not coming back or what?
No, I'm coming back. There's no doubt about that. Hell, I'm coming back. I ain't leaving my house too long. That's the only bad thing about it. I don't like leaving my house very long. I'm going to be worried sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I gotta get back to my flowers because, man, they wouldn't survive without me. Look at this one, Lashonna. Look how big she's getting. Look at that.
Nice.
Ain't she big?
Yeah.
Is that your braided money tree?
Yeah.
What is it?
A braided money
bottom.
tree. See down there how? Well, I'll show you. Like
Yeah, it looks braided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had it so many years. It's all dried up down there, but it's all real on top now.
Right.
Yeah, she's getting big.
That one's looking good.
I like them other money trees.
Oh, the real one. Yeah, I want the real one.
The real money tree? I'd like to have one of them too.
Can you see those things, John, that's blowing in the air there that looks like an umbrella? It's in that blue pot.
I can see the blue
Hold
pot,
on, Mom.
I
Let me-
think. Yeah.
Right there. That is called a shamrock, okay?
Okay.
And there's one right there that's full. All of that is a shamrock.
Nice.
What it is when, okay, Shauna. What it is when daytime comes, they'll open up. Nighttime, they close up. It's really cool. You can sit daytime and watch them open up.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's really cool how they do it.
The craziest flower I've ever seen was an Easter flower. They only bloom for one time a year and only for a few minutes.
Oh, wow.
My grandmother had one and we actually got to see it. It was really cool.
I bet it was. The weirdest one I've seen was eggplant tree. Remember that?
An eggplant tree?
Yeah.
I've never seen one of those. That'd be cool.
Oh my God. They have, it really looks like an egg. And they're soft. Remember that, Lashonna? Have you ever seen that eggplant tree I had?
I think I did.
Yeah, it did it. Like little eggs. I couldn't believe it.
Yep, yep.
I'd love to get another one of those.
Right.
I had it down there when we lived in Ware. It was really cool.
Yep.
I wish I could grow myself a banana tree here.
Ooh, yeah, those are awesome.
A real banana tree.
Kurt's sister had one and it produced bananas on it. But it
The
got
pretty green ones?
really, they were little tiny.
Yeah,
little
green
tiny.
ones.
Yeah.
Tart as hell, but really good.
Yeah. Her banana tree was, oh my God, probably that big around. But he took it in a house too every year. And it got huge.
This one is in a guy's backyard. You couldn't take it in.
Oh my gosh.
It was
Oh,
huge.
that would be sad.
But it was big.
Dang.
And right next to it was a tangerine tree.
Oh my goodness. I love tangerines.
Every morning I'd get up, go to the bus stop. Before I'd go there, I'd stop and get my banana and a tangerine.
Ooh, hell yeah, I would have too.
Well, he didn't care. Plus, damn good for you, so why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, you got that right.
Dang, I keep thinking of food. I got to get this off my mind, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thinking, oh, thank you so very much. Ooh, what is that?
It baffles me the amount of people that have come across real-life voodoo dolls and then kept them.
Voodoo.
Then later on, they complain about the fact that they got cursed. Like, honey, what did you think was gonna happen? Anyways, in today's video, we'll be talking about some horrifying real-life cursed voodoo dolls. From a voodoo doll collected by Ed and Lorraine Warren to one found on eBay that can scare the harm its owners. Let's talk about this and more only in...
What's that, John?
So the only thing I can say is don't screw with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
You don't mess with voodoo dolls.
Today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? And welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and guess what? Okay, I have a new channel. It's called Peach. If you want to see some other content, maybe not some spooky stuff, then go ahead and check out Peach. It's quite a peach of a time. Anyways, with that being said, let's get on with this video. Starting off this countdown, we have the Cursed Shadow Lady doll. This doll was actually sent to a woman named Denise Alvarado. She's a well-known author, but also expert in voodoo, magic, and spirituality. Over the years, she has been sent a number of dolls believed to be cursed or possessed. This doll being one of them. According to the lady who sent her the doll, she randomly found it on her bed one day. It creeped her out, so she took it to Denise. And guess what? Underneath the doll's mossy hair, they found pins in the head. Turns out that the lady had been suffering from terrible migraines ever since that doll came to her. Don't worry though, folks. Denise managed to neutralize the doll, and now it's in display in the Cursed Voodoo Doll section of the Voodoo Doll Museum in New Orleans. Still, I am staying as far away from that doll as possible. In our ninth spot today, we have the Vengeful Voodoo Doll. And if you like this video so far and you want to see more like it, then smash that like button. Obviously, subscribe to our channel. So take a look at this doll right here. I am terrified. First off, what happened to its face? Honestly, maybe I don't even want to know. Honest. The damn doll looks like its face is rotting off of its body, or its face was like smashed with some mashed potatoes. Honestly, it kind of looks like that. Either way, it looks horrifying. Now, this voodoo doll apparently contains the spirit of an escaped corpse that is out for revenge, and it apparently contains some strong, dark energy. Again, what the actual hell is up with its face? I think I just got cursed from looking at that. In our 8th spot today, we have Robert the Doll. Surely we have talked about this doll a lot on this channel,
Yeah, we've
but I
heard
swear,
it, what,
this
3
doll
times
and
already?
Annabelle are probably the most haunted dolls out there. So Robert the Doll was once owned by a man named Robert Eugene Otto. It was given to him in 1906 when he was just a little boy. He then went on to name the doll after himself and even dress the doll like himself. But don't be fooled by its cute little sailor outfit, okay? This doll is so powerful that it can kill you. So according to the story, a servant of the family performed voodoo magic on it and cursed it. Whereas others believe that Robert, the human, not the doll, was so attached to the doll and spilled so much of himself into the doll that it just eventually came to life. But like I said, this doll is anything but friendly. He has caused a number of car accidents, broken bones, injuries, and illnesses. He's now displayed in Key West in the Fort East Martello Museum. A big sign guards the box saying, "Do not photograph this doll." Because if you do this without asking Robert's permission, then apparently he'll make you suffer. Honestly, it's not even worth going to the museum and seeing Robert, because all you need is to like accidentally trip and then fall into the case or piss him off, and boom, he's coming for you with his evil voodoo powers. In our 7th spot today, we have the Attack Doll. Fun fact, a number of people who have visited New Orleans have bought a voodoo doll as a souvenir, and in the end have found out that it was cursed and it plagued them with bad luck. So I'd say maybe just stick to fridge magnets and keychains as souvenirs. Well, this next...
Oh my god! Bougie on a budget, because it is affordable. Felt like being in a bougie.
Yeah, I know, right? Move along now already.
Next text.
I was starting to get a little worried where that was leading to.
One of these voodoo dolls on eBay, and oh boy, did it go wrong for her fast. So she took it out of its casing, and that's when scary things started happening around her home. For example, she would hear weird noises in the middle of the night, like something was scurrying around her house. She also would wake up to the doll being in a different place than it was the night before. Things got really bad when the doll started physically attacking her. She would wake up to scratches and gashes all over her body. That's when she had enough and decided to send the doll back to the person that she had bought it from. But the package with the doll was sent back to her. It said return to sender and also said resident deceased. Okay, so either the ghost of the resident sent the doll to her or the doll literally killed its previous owner. Both are terrifying scenarios. Coming in at number 6, we have the Warrens Voodoo Doll. So we all know that the Warrens like to collect haunted or cursed items. Well, one thing they had in their little museum of horrors were a pair of voodoo dolls they called the Two Deaf Dolls, given the name because they are earless. Now these dolls are terrifying looking. One of them has a noose around its neck, and the other doesn't have any eyes or a mouth, so it looks like it's staring into your soul or sucking the life out of you. So these dolls are said to attack individuals and make them sick until they die. It started off when a doll collector stumbled upon them. Apparently her son became incredibly sick because of these dolls and almost died. When she suspected that the dolls were causing his illness, she reached out to the Warrens. The doll was then taken to the museum and the boy immediately got better. They were literally feeding off of his soul. Here's something even more terrifying. So the Warrens kept the dolls on display, but obviously had warning signs telling people not to touch them. Well, one day 2 visitors at the museum took the dolls and were like fooling around with them. That night, the Warrens woke up in the middle of the night from a noise coming from the basement. When they went down there to investigate, they saw several haunted dolls in a circle on the ground with those 2 voodoo dolls in the middle of the circle. Not only that, the visitor said that night he got in a horrible accident and almost lost his life. When it happened, he swore he saw the 2 dolls just staring and laughing at him. See, this is one of the many reasons why you don't fool around with cursed items, folks. We're now at our 5th halfway mark with the human skin and teeth doll. What's scarier than a normal voodoo doll? A voodoo doll made out of human hair and teeth. Just last year, a man named Bruce Robertson was out walking on a beach in Florida when he came across something quite odd that washed up on shore. Upon further inspection, he noticed it was a voodoo doll made out of coconuts and human teeth. When he later got it analyzed, it was discovered it was also covered in human skin. Horrified, he tossed it back into the ocean. Apparently, people that witnessed him finding this doll told him that the doll was sent to curse the land and those that enter the ocean. But others believe it promotes good luck, and it was created to represent an African spider god. So who knows, what should we think? Maybe it is meant to be good luck. But a lot of people don't think that this is the case and believe it should have been burned rather than tossed back into the ocean. Moving on to number 4, we have Joliet. I honestly am surprised that I've never heard of this doll before because her story is terrifying. Basically, Joliet is a highly dangerous and possessed doll that has been passed down from generation to generation to expecting mothers in their family. What's weird, every Bong-to-be that has gotten this doll has always had 2
black eyes.
One boy and one girl. But sadly, the boys never live too long. They pass away after being only 3 days old. They believe that there is some voodoo curse latched on their sons and say that the souls of the boys are now trapped inside of her. According to the doll's current owner, Anna, she has heard sounds of children's laughter and crying coming from the doll. This doll will continue to claim the male heirs of this family until someone puts an end to it. I'm just glad that I'm not part of that family. Just saying. In our third spot today, we have the haunted zombie doll. Can we all just agree to not buy cursed or haunted items off of eBay? Like, please? You will get cursed, which is self-explanatory. Like, you're buying a cursed item. What do you think's gonna happen? Anyways, I say this because this next woman bought an doll off of eBay. The doll was called the Haunted Zombie Doll and was labeled as very active and almost alive. That right there is a red flag, my friends. It also came with specific care instructions. It was to always be locked away in its silver viewing box. So if you're going to be dumb enough to buy the doll, at least be smart enough to follow its instructions. But of course, that wasn't the case. And the girl took it out of its box. What? The doll started to attack.
What's that, John?
I said, what's the instructions? Don't get fucking taken over, basically.
Don't get possessed?
Yeah. Is that the instructions? Don't get possessed?
I guess. She's cool
Well, how the
looking.
hell are
No,
you
I'll
supposed
have
to
to
stop
paint one
that?
like that.
Yeah.
Well, that doll just looks evil.
Every night she would wake up with a new scratch or mark on her body. She then locked the doll back in its box and put it in her basement. But that didn't stop it. The doll would haunt her in her dreams, and sometimes she could hear evil laughs and giggles coming from the doll. Here's the scariest part. When she decided she had enough of the doll, she resold it on eBay. But the thing literally ended up back on her doorstep. This happened not only once, but twice. Every time she got rid of the doll, it would somehow end back in her house. It literally latched onto her. That's what you get for not following the instructions. Just saying. In our second spot, we have the Downward Spiral Death Curse doll. Here's another terrifying doll that is available to buy on eBay. It's called the Downward Spiral Death Curse doll. Sends justice to liars, cheaters, wronged you. According to the seller, it is an authentic voodoo doll and should be taken seriously. Now, let's see what it says the doll can do. For starters, it can enact revenge on someone that did you wrong. Second, it is so powerful that it can ruin any of their relationships. Next, it states it can bring a person pain and suffering. And it says, and I quote, rain deserving justice down upon the rat that did you wrong, and give them the justice you need. Watch them fall apart right before your very eyes. Well, that's freaking dark. I'm sold.
Okay,
Just
so
kidding.
what does it
But wow,
cost you?
that is insane. Again, this eBay listing is filled with warnings saying it shouldn't be taken as a joke and only.
What, John?
I said, okay, so what is it going to cost you in the long run?
Exactly.
No, it ain't free.
Yeah.
Look like it'd be easy to make. Not that one, but the other one.
Of course, it says
behind
it
her.
uses real voodoo magic.
Yeah.
So if you're afraid of the super.
I think I
That
seen
one.
the price on there was $139.
Mm.
Damn it. $139 to mess your ass up.
Damn.
Yep.
Very nice.
Supernatural or scared of real magic, then you should not purchase this doll. Or how about we just stop making and selling voodoo dolls? That would be great. And in our number one
There you
spot
go.
today, we have the Karma Pain Voodoo doll. This next doll was posted by the same seller as the previous one, except this doll is listed as the Business Curse Voodoo Doll Safe Send Justice Karma Pain to Deserving Revenge. Basically, it claims it can ruin someone's success, prosperity, and goals in their life and business. If you use this doll, it will cause your enemy to experience suffering, anguish, mental torture, extreme paranoia, and physical pain. It also will plague their mind with terrifying nightmares. Also, apparently with this one, it's so powerful.
Well, that one's $112.
Yeah,
that
even cheap.
once it's put in motion,
What, John?
I said, yeah, even cheaper.
Yep.
it's very difficult to stop. So again, it should not be taken as a joke. Now, let's take a look at the reviews this doll has. Clients have said they have witnessed some paranormal things while using this doll. Lights have been said to flicker. Sometimes the doll disappears and then reappears on its own. And others have witnessed strange visions when being around the doll. So yeah, no thank you. All right, guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these.
Alrighty.
Neither is the answer.
Right? None. No,
None of
thank
them.
you. Leaving that one alone.
Don't
Well,
get into
why would
voodoo
you want
dolls.
to play with those? I mean, that's just ridiculous.
You're asking for it when you play with a voodoo doll.
Absolutely right. You're asking for it.
Yeah. I'll stick with the ghost.
Yeah, at least you know where they are.
And spirits in the dolls, I'll stick with all them.
Hey, you see my little ticker down there at the bottom I created?
Please hit the thumbs up. That's cool. That's pretty
No,
cool.
I don't see it.
I see it. Please hit the thumbs up. It's going to give me diarrhea.
Very bottom of your screen.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Now I just started rolling through. That's cool.
Yeah.
If I haven't done it already, I definitely will.
Yeah, I know I haven't either. I always wait and then go back and do it.
Do what?
Hit the thumbs up button.
Oh, I hit it before I even got downstairs in the basement.
Our buddy Michael, he forgets about those things.
The neighbor Mike.
Neighbor Mike.
Yeah, that's
Beans
funny.
Poke, you owe me a Coke.
Huh?
I told Lashonna, Beans Poke, you owe me a Coke. We both said neighbor Mike at the same time.
Yeah, I thought I heard that too. If it had been 30 years ago, I'd have been Jinx.
Ah, yeah, exactly.
Right. Loki. All right. Well, I guess, guys, we're going to get off here. And tomorrow night, let's see, I had something in mind. And I lost it.
Yeah.
I did have it, though.
Well, I'll keep checking your channel. If you come on, you do. If you don't, you don't, you know. Oh, shit. Look at the
Well, I'm going to
clothes
go ahead
hanging out
and
of my
schedule it.
closet. Huh?
Go ahead and what?
I said I closed my pajamas up in my closet door. See them hanging out. First I thought, what the hell's coming out of my closet?
Ghost.
My clothes, yeah. Ghost, he's trying to come out.
But don't watch out, you find yourself with one of them damn dolls.
No,
Staring at
right. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Just remember, punch it right in its nose.
It's going to come creeping open.
Yeah. He better not, but I'm going to fight back, whether he likes it or not.
I'd be out like Nickety Split.
Right?
I got me a scary movie coming on. See that scary movie? I've got me a scary movie I'm going to watch.
There you go.
I see that.
Oh, yeah. And I'll probably go to sleep in here, and Kurt will say, what'd you sleep in the bedroom, in the computer room for? I'm going to say I was watching a movie and fell asleep. That's what I'll be telling you.
I'm sitting here watching UFO crap right now.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
It's really the only thing I'm
UFO crap?
The ancient alien stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know, they're talking about the universe, you know. Just basically all the UFO crap.
Well, I was going to set up my live for tomorrow, but I forgot what I was going to do it about. So I might have to think about it and set it for in the morning.
Okay.
All right, I will be watching.
Most definitely.
I'm trying to remember what it was about.
Because tomorrow morning I got to go to Diana's. I'm going to drink a couple cups of coffee with her. And I want to run to the Dollar Tree. I got to go get my check tomorrow.
Here's what you need to do, crazy girl.
Okay.
Are you somebody that gets up in the
What, John?
to the bathroom or anything? Not trying to get personal, but
I can't make out what you're saying. You're kind
He
of like.
said, are you the person that usually gets up in the middle of the night or something and goes to the bathroom, not to be getting personal?
Yes.
Okay. If it's after 3 or 3 o'clock, try and keep your mind open for the first thing that you hear in your mind. Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Can you remember? Can you remember to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's see what pops up in your mind at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, when you get up to go to the bathroom, what's the first thing come to your mind other than pee?
Right.
Right.
Making it to the bathroom?
No.
Oh, John.
No, I mean, not going to the bathroom, not that part of the mind. I'm talking about like the first conscious thing that your mind thinks of.
Okay.
Mine's food. I'm hungry.
Well, I just want to.
I know,
John. That you get a message if you're constantly awake at that time at night.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
So,
yeah.
See if you can hear the message you're supposed to hear.
Okay.
I know it sounds crazy, but
She's
just
thinking, John.
Huh?
I said, look at her. She's a thinking.
Yeah.
You got her thinking about that one.
Well, you might be surprised at what you come up with.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Woo, chocolate milk is good in the middle of the night. All right. So how about same time, same place tomorrow?
Okay.
Same time, same bat channel.
Same bat time,
Gotcha.
same bat channel. Just
All
make
right.
sure you don't come with no bats in the.
Bats in the belfry. Oh yeah.
Get the
Well,
bat
all right,
game out,
everybody,
or
good
get the
night.
bats out of the bat just in case they put you on solo.
Solo.
Okay. Bye,
This is all you're gonna
everybody.
get if you put me
All
on
right,
solo.
There's John.
Solo.
Solo.
Later.
Later.
Bye.
All right,
All right, guys.
I'm gonna get off
Later.
now.